That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The crowd goes wild. Perfect Timing Podcast in the building again for another Selfish Thursday episode. I know you've been waiting for it. The tension has been building up since the last podcast. Perfect Timing. What you got for the ladies and gentlemen today? Do you got another banger to start it off with? Another banger. Another banger. Let's go.
I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, bad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us. Fuck shit up. Me and baby bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the street. No love left in me. Fake love what I see. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, mad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and baby bout to fuck shit. She said she like me cause I'm chillin'. When we fuck, I give her chills. See my family in the casket and that shit still give me chills. For real. Girl, you know these girls you never heal. For real. Girl, you know that love will get you killed. Yeah. My double cup told me to lean on it. Yeah. Fell in love with bucks just to be honest. Yeah. Never used to see me till I started double seeing. Took me for a joke, but now they on my page and creeping. But it's cool, cause all my girls they thuggin' too. She shaking ass, I tell her go fuck it up.
My name is
She said she wanna be my wife. You buggin' boo. Oh girl, you buggin' boo. Oh, she said she from Vancouver, that bitch toxic. So I'm gon' cancel that bitch too, but she could walk it. Don't want no girl who mine, but I need that profit. I never said you mine, girl, let's be honest. I got a trip and she be saying I got other hoes.
I'm also live on
She want you, she taking pictures, hashtag couple goals. And I'm in the booth, while the show we got another. And I'm with the baddie, don't like these, we got some other ones.
That's why I'm the guy at Facebook Live. Let's go, baby.
Savages, bad bitches, and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and baby bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, no love left in me. Fake love, what?
Brand new trend. 4.0 is men elevating men. 4.0 is setting a new trend. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. 4.0, 4.0, 4.0. 4.0, 4.0, let's go. 4.0, let them hoes in the go.
Yeah, man, we back. And now we back with the intro. One more time. This your boy Perfect Timing. This your boy Paris Played You. And we at the house party getting it started for Selfish Thursdays. It's Friday around here. It's a holiday weekend. So we're going to call today Friday. You know what I'm saying? You might not see me tomorrow. You might not see me next week. But you're here with me now, man. Share the video. Tap in. Let everybody know Perfect is live. Let's get it going, man. Because we be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad at us, sad at us. Fuck with us. See, nobody can fuck with us. Fuck shit up. Me and baby about to fuck shit up. Who? Come on, man. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0 is phonetically sound. Say we be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad bitches. They mad at us. Fuck with us. See, nobody can fuck with us. Fuck shit up. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, fuck you too. Don't play me, you got to suck me. 5.0, go crazy. We be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad bitches, they mad at us, mad at us. See, nobody can fuck with us, fuck with us. 5.0 about to fuck shit up.
Saucy, you did it again. Yeah, play you. Yeah. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, bad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and Barry bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, no love left in me. Fake love, what I see. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, mad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and Barry bout to fuck shit. She said she like me cause I'm chillin'. When we fuck, I give her chills. See my family in the casket and that shit still give me chills. For real. Girl, you know these scars ain't never.
Let's give it. Let's let this bitch breathe, man. Let's let this bitch breathe, man. Cause this is some. I've been doing some great shows here lately. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a movie that I like, and it's a say live in 11. Now I'm live right now. YouTube is some bitches, man. YouTube is some bitches. I really mean that. This internet situation. Come on, StreamYard, man. Step it up, StreamYard. Y'all could do better than this, man. Come on, StreamYard with your bitch ass. Let's get this shit going, man. Let's I'm gonna roll up. I got a little doobie I'm about to light up right here. And we're gonna get the shit back going, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Share the show, man. Just the MMS show. My name is Perfect. We got some internet issues right now, so I just slowed the show down. Plus, YouTube take its time pushing out good content. Suckers get pushed out. You know, I was watching Joe Budden the other day, and Joe Budden said he had to admit that the Matrix does exist. One of the things why he had to admit it is because Fauci recently has been getting some pushback, right? And I don't know if you noticed, and a lot of us watched Joe Budden. I don't know if it was a special, but Fauci was on the Joe Budden podcast. I didn't know Fauci was on the Joe Budden podcast, but Joe Budden said he had Fauci on the podcast, and that particular clip, he said that clip went viral, and it went viral fast, and it went viral faster than any other clip. So, and it was obvious to him and his team after working in this space for so long that what they always suspected is actually true, that you could promote things above other things. And what Joe Budden said is it was heavily suggested that I have Fauci on my show, like you need to do this. So he did it. And when he had Fauci on the show, the clip went viral instantly. And he's put up content that didn't have that same effect. So there is a button that can be pushed. So if there's a button that could be pushed for content to be launched, then there's a button that could be pushed for content to be delaunched or silenced or subsided and things like that. So Joe Budden just had to recognize, on his own that, yeah, when you playing the game, and when Joe Budden was with Spotify before he didn't take the deal, he was over there before Joe Rogan. And when he was with them, and this was during when the Democrats was making a push and Joe Budden was one of their friends, he benefited from it. He benefited from it. His podcast benefited from it. His pockets benefited from it. And he was put out to say and do things and help them in ways, and they helped him back. See, this is what the Matrix actually is. Joe Budden we saw Joe Budden elevate. We see a lot of other people currently elevating in this space. People are like, how is this Just Pearly person elevating so fast? How is this? Then we find out Just Pearly in her latest debate with Hafez is only doing entertainment. And Hafez is like, so you're not really interested in black marriage in the same way that me and Kevin Samuels is interested in black marriage, the same way 19 Keys is interested in black marriage, because black marriage is the key to black wealth and powernomics. You're just doing entertainment with blacks based on our suffering. So it's like y'all gotta pay attention. So that's like a good segue. That's like a good segue, because I'm sharing the show right now. That's like a good segue into one of our topics. One of our topics today is you could call it wokeness. And I want to know in the comments, I'm gonna get up a poll, how you feel about wokeness, right? One of our topics today is going to be wokeness. We're going to be discussing the woke. This is the M&M'S show, money, music, and sports. So I've done my best to cover the gamut today. We got money, music, and sports. Everything is affected by money, but we're going to talk about the woke M&Ms. I don't know if you've seen it. But they have some plus size, and we got to be sensitive, especially on my platform. I don't know why I need to be sensitive. I'm already deplatformed, So I'm so happy and blessed about StreamYard. I think I need to build my relationship better with StreamYard, because I'm able to keep this content on StreamYard. People think this content doesn't just live on YouTube. This content is actually being recorded I pay for this content to be recorded by StreamYard. So YouTube doesn't own this content. I take all this shit down off of YouTube. So I'm backing this up I have all this backed up on StreamYard, all of my content. And I'm uploading all these videos on Rumble, where they actually care about content creators, where you can actually be monetized and make money on your art that you create when you create it now. Shout out to Swiss Beats and Trilla and the Earn Your Leisure podcast, where they just had Timberland on there. It's a little Big Daddy Beer Gaming in the chat. Hey, the other day I was talking to Alonzo Hall about collaborative cooperation. I'm going to be on Big Daddy Beer Gaming. I'm going to be a judge on this upcoming show, and that show going to be coming up. Please put the link in the chat, bro. And collaborative cooperation is the key to power, right? And the key to our growth. So me collaborating with like-minded individuals, a father, a king, a good brother, you know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Beer Gaming, and helping him and him helping me facilitate our dreams and goals of our platform. That's the way we get forward. Like Alonzo Hall, Big Daddy Beer Gaming. It's like Hafez was saying to Just Pearly, like, you guys have all these statistics, and it turns out Just Pearly Things is putting out these statistics just for entertainment, just for money, right? But he said there's a roadmap to a happy marriage. I'm married, Big Daddy Beer Gaming, like Alonzo Hall, and he says there is a key to it, and it's the same thing about business and friendship. It's the same thing with marriage. You got to be with a person who's like-minded, who has similar goals. All of us brothers together. That's why you don't see me moving with certain brothers anymore. It wasn't a happy marriage. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like-minded. It wasn't. Lonzo Hall said the other day he has a business relationship with somebody for 2 years. I wanted to interject, but he was building so tough that Robert Kiyosaki said, and Fat Joe said, I don't have any friendships that didn't start from a healthy business relationship. All of my friends started off as a business associate. That relationship grew into a great business relationship, and then they became my friend. Fat Joe said, I don't want to be your friend if you can't help me get to the bag. If you're not helping me get to no money, then you're not my friend. And I just took that to heart. Like the way I move, people might think I move in a way but you just need to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. I'm not really too much associating myself with anybody, male or female, who don't improve my life. I'm such a benefit to anybody that I meet. My age, my knowledge, my wisdom, you know what I'm saying? My vernacular, spectacular vocabulary off this planet. So I need to get something. Everything is transactional. I've talked to you about the transactional relationship. So definitely in a relationship with me, and knowing me, friendship, whatever, you're going to benefit business-wise. And I've seen that in my tenure over my career, making 6 figures. I was recruited for a 6-figure position. And it was because of how I benefited the company. I always thought that I moved up. I got promoted 5 times. I got the position because I was good at my job. It was the things that my father taught me that went beyond my knowledge of the position that I benefited the company. I actually benefited their bottom line. Yeah, I knew how to do the job, but the things that were instilled into me as a child by my father actually improved others. I improved mechanisms. I changed workflows that improved the company well beyond my scope. So it's just I need to receive. And you should too. You should know perfection is waiting for you. Perfect is not only mine. Those who are put off by perfection and perfect timing and my name being perfect, let them be put off. But those who are attracted to perfection, are attracted to success, are captivated by the charisma, and they want to obtain. And I'm here to tell you, it's not unique to me. Just like my blessing, just like my joy. That's what Grandma would say. You could have had this joy. You could have had this blessing. You could have had this perfection. Share the show. Share the show. What's today? Today is Selfish Thursday. We be at the house party with bad bitches and bad bitches, sad bitches and mad bitches. They mad bitches mad at us. See, nobody can fuck with us. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets. You two won't play me. See, we be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad bitches. They mad at us. Cause nobody can fuck with us. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. I'll be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches. Mad bitches mad at us. See, nobody can fuck with us. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. Hey, ain't you glad you was here in the beginning? Ain't you glad Big Daddy Beard Game and all the 5.0 representatives, ain't you glad when you gonna be here, it's 1,000 people in the chat, you got your blue wrench and everybody rocking out with perfect timing, and you say, I seen him. He's always been this talented. I always knew he was gonna be here. I've been following him since the beginning. Sign to the streets, you two won't play me. We be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad bitches. They mad at us. Cause nobody can fuck with us. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. Share the show, man. Share the show, man. We just warming up. We just warming up. We ain't even put the intro in yet. We just warming up. We just warming up. We haven't even talked about, I ain't even talk about one topic yet. We just warming up. I ain't even play the whole song yet. Got me so lit. I ain't even play the whole song yet. I got some fire manosphere topics today. I got some fire sports topics today. I don't even know. Hey, I went live in 10 minutes because my topics be so fire. Niggas be trying to steal my talking points. You gotta take it after. You gotta come after the king. You know what I said before? I said perfection can only be emulated. So I'm not even mad when they copy and they borrow. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what perfection is. Perfection can only be emulated. You can't outdo perfection. So what's left for the suckers? What's left for the haters? There's nothing left for the sucker and the hater but to emulate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what perfection denotes. Do you know what I'm saying? Dictates. Perfection dictates emulation. You know what I'm saying? Imitation. It has to be. So I understand the hatred. I understand the competitive nature. I was built for this shit, man. We be at the house party with bad bitches. It's sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad bitches. They mad at us. Cause nobody can fuck with us. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets. YouTube won't play me. Man, we in this bitch, man. Perfect timing podcast, man. What y'all feeling, man? Hey, is you eating the woke M&M's? We're gonna get to this shit in a minute, man. Hey, is you eating woke M&Ms? Some people like chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Is you eating woke M&Ms? That might have to be, I don't even know. When I get to that topic, we're gonna do a poll on that. I'm gonna have to do a poll on that, man. But we're gonna stay in order, man. I ain't even did the intro yet, man. But I just wanna know, man, who eating the woke M&Ms, man? Who eating the woke? Because you can look at it two different ways, you know what I'm saying? You can look at eating the woke M&Ms like, okay, I'm eating you, you know. So you can look at it like that, I don't like you. I'm gonna eat you. You could look at it like that, you know what I'm saying? Or you could, some people, you know, saying don't eat the woke M&Ms, right? They saying don't eat the woke M&Ms. How y'all feel about that? Who eating the woke M&Ms? Some people like chocolate, they eating the woke M&Ms. They ain't tripping. They eating the woke M&Ms. Oh man, we got the woke M&Ms. We got Velma. I can't wait for Mrs. Perfect Timing to see this show. Cause she don't even know. We got Velma. Y'all know what's going on with Velma. I can't wait to talk about Velma. And I say Velma, I mean Velma. I mean Velma from Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? We got some work to do now. If we can count on you, Scooby-Doo, we know we catch that villain. You know we got a lot to do that with Scooby Snack. Hey, who remember that from a kid when you didn't know the whole song? When you was a kid and you didn't know the whole song and you would just flam-a-lam-a-lam. I flam-a-lam-a-lam the whole verse, you know what I'm saying? You know we got a Scooby Snack. That's a fact. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You guys, and all the kids in the living room, all the cousins and everybody, we all around, we singing Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You got some work to do now, and we can count on you, Scooby-Doo. You know, we catch that feeling. You know, we got that was Scooby Snack. Everybody know that part. The Scooby Snack. That's a fact. It is how it always do. We know we do it. They come back. Just like, hey, and then the verse come back. Hey, Big Daddy Beer Gaming, he be doing the questions. He be doing the debate. Hey, that's a good one, Big Daddy Beer Gaming. Who know the lyrics? The lyrics. Don't flam-a-lam, zim-a-zam. The whole lyrics, the Scooby-Doo. You gotta say it. And then you know what I'm saying? That's some real shit. Who know the whole lyrics, man? The whole thing. You can't flim-a-flam, zam-a-lam. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm flim-a-flam, zam-a-lam, and I don't know the whole lyrics. I know Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Just like you. If you know the lyrics, you one of them AP, you know, college prep, you know what I'm saying? You probably went to Berkeley. You didn't like hanging out with Perfect Timing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know, man. So that's what I want to talk, you know. But what's up, everybody? I got my sister in here. I love you, sis. Thank you for supporting. Got my brother, Big Daddy Big Gaming, 5.0 in the building. Y'all want to get the party started? Y'all want to get the party started? Let's get the party started. It's a pre-Friday. It's a pre-Friday.
I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, mad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and Barry bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, no love left in me. Fake love, what I see. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, mad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and Barry bout to fuck shit. She said she like me cause I'm chillin'. When we fuck, I give her chills. See my family in the casket and that shit still give me chill. For real. Girl, you know these scars ain't never heal. For real. Girl, you know that love will get you killed. Yeah. My double cup told me to lean on it. Yeah. Fell in love with bucks just to be honest. Yeah. Never used to see me till I started double seeing. Took me for a joke, but now they on my page and creeping. But it's cool, cause all my girls, they thuggin' too. She shaking ass, I tell her, go and fuck it up, boo. She said she wanna be my what? You buggin', boo.
We see you creeping. We see you creeping.
She said she from Vancouver,
we see you creeping on that 5.0 page. We see you creeping.
Don't want no girl who mind broke, I need that profit. I never said you mine, girl, let's be honest. I got a trip and she be saying I got other hoes. She want cute shit, taking pictures, hashtag couple goals. And I'm in the booth, Guala said we got another one. And I'm with the baddies, don't like these, we got some other ones. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, bad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and Barry bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, no love left in me. Fake love, what I see. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, bad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and Baby bout to fuck shit up.
We be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches. They mad bitches. They mad at us, cause nobody can fuck with us, 5.0, we bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, you two won't play me. Come on, man. We be at the house party with bad bitches and mad bitches, sad bitches. They mad bitches. They mad at us, cause nobody can fuck with us, 5.0, we bout to fuck shit up. I just had to get going today. Selfish Thursdays. Why did we name it Selfish Thursdays? What's the significance? I got a short up right now, and he talks about I gave so much. G.O.D., thank you so much, God, for blessing me with this opportunity, the microphone, the platform. I don't take for granted any of the gifts you bestowed upon me. I come to you today humbly with eyes closed, head bowed, in reverence and thanks. And before we get started, Father God, I would pray for your intersection and intervention. I don't require anything. You've given so much to all of us. We've been blessed with life, health, so many talents and gifts to make these things a reality. So, Father God, it's humbly that I request your guidance. I know you're very busy. I pray that you bless those who hear the message. I pray the message be a blessing unto those who hear the message. I pray a blessing unto those as they travel on their passages, and may they be successful in all their endeavors. I ask all these blessings in your name. Amen. I just had to step in the arena today, man. I just had to step into the arena today. Big Daddy Beard gave me got all the lyrics. It said, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. If we could count on you, Scooby-Doo, we know you catch that villain. And he said, you know we got a mystery to solve, and Scooby-Doo knows that's a fact. Oh, wow. That's a fact. If you help solve the mystery, you're going to get yourself a Scooby. That sounds right. That sounds correct. That sounds correct, bro. That sounds correct, bro. Man, shout out to God Alonzo Hall, the financial all-star in the building. Shout out, see, Big Daddy Beer Game, he know this stuff, man. Everybody here, I believe, is subscribed to his channel. He has a lot of fun for all of the adults, man. A lot of stuff similar to that right there you'll find on his channel. Battle of the Beats, he does a lot of different things. I'm going to be a judge on there. He got the Instagram popping, so it's fun for us. Adults have fun, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you like to do as an adult, hang out, kick it. Everybody, I love that Alonzo is a financial all-star. He got his niche, Big Daddy Beer Gaming. He do gaming and all type of entertainment. Everybody got their niche, and then we work together to support each other, and it's beautiful, man. That's the way it's supposed to be. So let's get into this today. Let's go to the woke M&M's. Let's go to the woke M&M's. On my way to wokeness for the people in the replay, because for the first time, I really haven't shared my podcast with my family. So my family members in the Bay Area for the first time have been watching my podcast. And this is like, you might say, how people grow their channel. I haven't told nobody that I know about my YouTube channel. So just recently, people I know and love found out about my YouTube channel. So for those individuals, fair use is in full effect. Let me get my fair use. Let me get my fair use up here. Because, you know, we got to suck a duck. You know what I'm saying? Sucker repelling over here. We suck a duck and all the haters. And yes, I know that the internet is messed up. Thank you. So for those individuals who may not be familiar with the podcast, y'all got the woke M&Ms in the background. Y'all see the woke M&Ms in the background. So for those individuals who may not be familiar with the podcast and Selfish Thursdays and the concept of Selfish Thursdays and selfishness, it's not something that I take lightly, you know what I mean? And individuals who are new to 5.0, individuals that are new to the journey to apothos, individuals that are new to the concept of perfection, human perfection, you know, it's tough for them to conceive selfishness in the proper aspect, especially if you grew up in this Disney world. As we get into the woke M&Ms, yeah, the StreamYard, you're getting a D today. You're failing me, StreamYard. I need a button to push to say to StreamYard, like, I know some people in the podcast, but I don't live stream. I'm not going to end this podcast and restart it again. The StreamYard, you really letting me down right now. Get your act together with the internet situation. You're causing internet difficulties in here. But yeah, man. Selfish Thursdays, man, was born out of perfect. Selfish Thursdays is part of the journey to apothos and perfect timing. And so when I first came up with the concept, it was a thumbnail I like to revisit, and it was talking about dreams versus desires. And this is for a lot of the young men and a lot of men who've gone through divorce, who may be single and dealing with they come back. You know, I'm on my third, fourth comeback right now. So a lot of times you may think like you can't make a comeback, you know what I'm saying? And because a lot of times we find ourselves painted into a corner and we may not realize how we got there, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about, for me, I broke it down in the simplistic duality sense, because everything in our world is in duality. So I wanted my son and my daughters and the people who listen and love to understand selfishness from this vantage point. Dreams versus desires. And in this show, we looked up the definition of being selfish. And what I've learned and what I've shared with my audience since then is that selfishness in our community has a negative connotation, but does not have a negative definition. The actual definition of selfishness is one who takes all the gifts. That's why I pray before my podcast. One who, so it focused me and gives me reverence to where I obtain these gifts and why I've been given these gifts. A selfish person is one, by Webster's definition, is an individual who uses all the gifts bestowed upon him to make his goals come true. I think about that. Think about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Think about what you know about whiteness and blackness, what you know about good and bad and evil, about the hero and the villain, and how sometimes the villain becomes the hero and the hero becomes the villain. Because the hero is supposed to be looking out for others, but the hero becomes vain. And the and the hero becomes selfish, and the hero becomes to understand that, so like Superman, the people I'm looking out for don't really care that this transactional relationship isn't benefiting me anymore. And now who once was the hero is now seen as the villain. Why am I seen as the villain? Because I'm doing for you for myself what I'm doing what I used to do for you for myself. So now Superman is not Superman no more. Now I'm super villain. This is the plague of a lot of fathers and men in Western society in America when they talk about toxic masculinity. You hear a lot in these panels. I hear it a lot about protect and provide, protect and provide. Men are simply saying that I'm tired of being Superman and protecting and providing for everyone. And when the kryptonite came, no one protected me because I'm Superman. And it was okay to watch me suffer and die even though I was sick and needed help. And you had the ability to help me, but Superman somehow is supposed to overcome everything without any support. And Superman saw it. And even though Superman overcame the kryptonite, it was such a battle that Superman said, no more. Fathers are saying, no more, I'm not doing it again. I understand the transaction and that protection and provision that I provided for you, all of that energy I'm putting into me. I have dreams. I have desires. I slaved every day to make sure you went to college, went to beauty school, became a nurse. I slaved every day so you could become an Xbox gamer and you could fulfill your dreams because that was my role as Superman, as a father. So I asked a lot of men, you know what some real men said to me? Perfect, I don't have time to dream. Like dreams are something for children. This is what we come to in America for fathers and men. Like Big Daddy Beer Game, mothers like Tracy that's working so hard to raise their son. Perfect, I don't have time to dream. It will be great. So what I asked my sister, what I asked my brother, if you don't have time to dream, if you're not dreaming, then what's driving you? If you're not dreaming, what's driving you? I said you're not fucking your wife if you don't have drive. If you don't have goals and dreams and you're not driven about something, you're not really fucking your wife because you're not fucking the world like Pac. You can't fuck your wife or fuck a woman if you don't have drive, if you're not driven. To fuck, you can have sex, you can lay with her, lay up in her, but you're not fucking her because that takes drive, desire. And you can't just make it happen just because you see a naked woman. It has to be in you. It has to be exercised. It has to be perfected. You have to know how to have drive and how to use it and harness it. Like Superman. So if you don't have time to dream and everybody's quiet, that's why I took a pause to give you a minute to sink it in. If you don't have time to dream and you think dreams are something for children, I'm gonna ask you, what are you driven about? What drives you? What makes you get up in the morning? What motivates you? Because I'm telling you, drive is akin to desire. And if you don't have any desire, then you don't have any drive. You have to be. So men, this is the whole thing why I came to YouTube. That's why the whole thing why I start talking. That's the whole thing why I get hated on so much, because these messages are so powerful. If men ever get to hear them, but no one share the show. So they don't want you to understand these serious, basic principles about dreams and desire and drive. We are talking about stupid shit. So let's talk about some stupid shit. Woke M&M'S. Woke M&M'S. Woke M&M'S. Tracy said, my kids motivate me to get up and go to work. She's driven. She's driven by being a mother and being a provider for her family. You know, I said on the panel before, I said the problem, people be talking about women and they talk about their grandmas and what grandma would do. I said the problem with women today is that women are cowards. Women are cowards. And what Tracy is doing is brave and it's difficult. And what grandma did is brave and difficult. And that's why you revere grandma. You didn't revere grandma because she was old. You revered grandma because she was braver than your mother. You revered grandma because she did the things that your cowardly baby boomer mother didn't do. Your cowardly baby boomer mother refused to do. That's why we revere grandma, because your cowardly baby boomer mother turned her tail when it came to her responsibilities. She was a coward. She set a cowardly example for the women of today. And today's feminism is telling women that it's okay to be cowards and put your baby in a box. Because what Tracy is doing is difficult. You ain't got to do that. We got a baby box for you. And no one can call you a coward. Matter of fact, we're going to play with Perfect's internet. We're going to play with Perfect's visibility. We don't want anyone to hear the Perfect Timing podcast. Because it's okay for you to be a coward. You know what you should do? You should go get some food. You should go get a latte that's 50% milk. You should go get a piece of meat that's 50% fat, and you will feel better. You should go have sex with a man that you'll never see again, and you'll feel better. You should go spend all of the money that you have. I'll give you a credit card. You should spend money that you'll never get back because it'll make you feel better. And because you create a hole being a coward. You think men don't know women? You think men don't know cowardice? You create a hole. You can never fill that hole until you stand up to the bully. And the bully is you. The bully is you. You bully your ex-husband. You bully your children into believing I don't have to be faithful. You bully your child into believing I don't have to do and be Tracy. She's a pick-me. You a pick-me, Tracy. Well, if Tracy's a pick-me, what are you? If the woman who is driven and motivated by her being the nurturer that she was born and created, that in the life that she gave forth, and she's driven to do because she's birthed these things, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. We celebrate the woman who puts the baby in the box. She's held up. She gets the interview. She gets to be the rapper. She makes a song called Plan B. The song Plan B is a #1 song. Tracy's not held up. Plan B is held up. #1 song. That's what my daughter got to listen to. And what was the Glorilla song? The whole song was the same thing as Plan B. I'm FNEEF free. I ain't gonna say the words. Y'all know the words. She said she was twerking at the clinic at the Planned Parenthood office. She was twerking at the Planned Parenthood office. She said she was mad. This is what her drive. Her song, people love her for her drive. She was driven to go to Planned Parenthood. Her desire, if you listen to the song, she's excited, she's dancing. She's driven for cowardice. Cowardice has been so celebrated amongst women that the drive is to be a coward. The drive is, think about it, to give up. You created the baby, but the drive is to give up. Because when you go to the clinic, you're giving up. You're not doing what Tracy does. You're not doing what grandma did. You're giving up. So, and we celebrating, dancing, and singing to the cowardice. And to make you feel better, we have candy. Yeah, we're not playing with you. To make you feel better about your dancing to the clinic.
Is now a lesbian, maybe, and there's also a plus-sized, obese purple M&M. So we're going to cover that, of course, because that's what we do. Woke M&Ms have returned. The green M&M got her boots back, but apparently is now a lesbian, maybe, and there's also a plus-sized, obese purple M&M. So we're going to cover that, of course, because that's what we do. Woke M&Ms have returned. The green M&M got her boots back, but apparently is now a lesbian, maybe, and there's also a plus-sized, obese purple M&M. So we're going to.
Yep. Not the demographic shift that I was talking about the other day. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the demographic shift in China. We're not going to talk about the demographics in Russia and why Russia had to go to war in 2022. We're not going to talk about the real reason why Russia is going to war with Ukraine and the access points because of the demographics, what's going on globally with demographics. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the cartel and how strong Mexico would be in the next 20, 25 years. And if the U.S. government is secretly working with the cartel behind the scenes, we're going to talk about M&Ms, and we're going to give you a plus-size M&M. Do you know there's a commercial promoting these woke plus-size M&Ms where the M&M is stripping? Remember the booty to the pole? Remember the booty to the pole? There's a commercial. I don't know if I could get to it, but I seen it earlier where the M&M is dancing in the strip club. The M&M already has the bravado of a black woman, right? I've talked about this before. As a black woman, I would feel insulted by some of this stuff, right? By how I gotta watch my tongue. But the M&M comes off with the bravado of a black woman, and the commercial shows the M&M in the strip club, and then the M&M takes off the candy shell, and there's nothing but chocolate, right? I think this is my problem that I had with academics when academics was saying black culture is crime culture, and I believe they're able to say black culture is crime culture and all of these things with the M&M because and put out content like this because we allow it and we giggle at it. We think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't think the M&M has to be a black woman. And if it is a black woman, if you're going to do woman and woke and feminism, why is woke and feminism always attached to black femininity, right? Which translates into not having, black fathers and black families. And why then is it always overly sexualized, whether it's gay sex or heterosexual sex? Like black women have to be over sexualized. And it's just like, I think it's insulting. This is a men's rights activist giving his.
I want to speak about M&M's. I want to speak about Mars, the company behind M&M's. M&M's have just released feminist M&M's. Yes, you heard me right. Feminist M&M's. Egregious sexism of the worst and most conceivable kind. It is outrageous, it is disgusting, and it must not stand. That is why I am calling for a complete and total boycott of all things Mars, and particularly M&Ms. It will not stand. Let me say this loudly, let me say this clearly, let me say this unambiguously. Any male that buys a packet of M&Ms from today forward must hand in their man card, because they are a soft, woke, beta male feminist who has serious problems. Until M&Ms rectify this grave wrong by giving us all male M&Ms, this boycott will remain. We will not stand for this at all. M&Ms,
So now you can't eat M&Ms, or you getting your man card revoked. If you eat M&Ms, you're getting your man card revoked. We are having bad weather problems. I'm not mad at Comcast or StreamYard. My internet was down for days. Actually, my internet was down for days. So I do have internet, so I'm not mad at stream. But I haven't had internet problems like this in a long time. But to be honest, I haven't gone live. When I was going live on a daily basis, I did have a lot of internet problems in this location. So I haven't. I actually got a brand new router to help with the internet problems. You know, I invested a lot of time and effort into the live streaming capabilities for my podcast. You know, I'm gonna be doing some Zooming, doing some more corporate stuff. It's really my passion as we talk about dreams and desires. That's why I invested so much. I think that's why I know that I invested so much in becoming good and proficient in my skill. I've always taken it seriously to be proficient in the things that I do. Not only proficient, but really like at the top of it. That if you ever known that I did something, I did it well to the best of my ability. That's why I was raised. So I think the name Perfect is very fitting. So let's move on to the next topic. We already at an hour. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna be up in this chair hella long. Go take the dog for a walk. But this is just the first topic. Oh man, let's go into the next topic, man. What's the next topic, man? Velma. Oh my goodness. Velma. That's why I wanted Mrs. Perfect Timing to see this one. Cause we really watching Scooby-Doo right now. And they got a brand new cartoon on right now on HBO Max, just long, and this is trending right now because they're trying to push it out. And this is the new cartoon for kids on HBO Max, Scooby-Doo. And this says Velma has near 2-minute long scene of a 15-year-old girl butt naked and fighting each other in a suggestive position. It really is shaping up to be the next Big Mouth. And Big Mouth was on Netflix, but I know you got to pay to watch HBO Max, but this is a cartoon. And what else do you notice about Velma? So this character is the Daphne character, not only suggestively dressed in whatever position, but very, very highlighted is the fact that she's Caucasian. And Velma is not Caucasian. I'm not going to say what Velma is because I'm sure it's going to come out like Miles Morales that Velma is some type of Latino or Black Tino or something like that. But Velma that we always knew is not the same color as everybody else in the Scooby-Doo mystery van. Check out this scene.
Oh, sorry. I was just wiping some garbage slime off your cheek.
Oh, yeah, me too. Slime.
Okay, well, thanks. Oh, sorry. I was just wiping some garbage slime off your cheek.
Oh, yeah, me too. Slime.
Yep, this is the new Velma, Scooby Dooby Doo. It's the new Velma right here. And there's one other thing I noticed that there's a bunch of scenes now in the newer Scooby Doo's, like they have Velma. Velma had a boyfriend. Velma had a couple different boyfriends. I think Velma even dated Shaggy. You know, it was a lot of different ones, right? But in this one, they're really playing up this angle, right? But there's another part. So Velma, there she go right there. You know, Velma is not the same as she was in the Scooby Doo series, right? Different Velma, but Shaggy. So you see Velma right here. You see Daphne and old boy, still Caucasian, still blonde, still Caucasian. For some reason, Velma then got shorter and darker. I don't know if she's black, but for some reason she's black now. This Velma. We're throwing shit at her.
A brain-removing serial killer in
And Shaggy is black.
Oh, but I also know how to find out who did kill Brenda. I think it has something to do with drugs, which I hate.
What a lazy cunt.
Oh, but I also know how to find out who did kill Brenda. I think it has something to do with drugs, which I hate.
What a lazy cunt.
Oh, but I also know how to find out who did kill Brenda. I think it has something to do with drugs, which I hate.
What a lazy cunt.
Oh, but I also know how to find out who did kill Brenda.
So I don't know if this is an adult show. Hey, y'all gotta subscribe to my Patreon. Is everybody subscribed to my Patreon? I need y'all to subscribe to my Patreon so we could do these live streams on Patreon, because the internet issues did not stop until nobody was watching. Now the internet is fine, but the internet issues did not stop until nobody was watching. Now there's no internet. So basically that wasn't internet issues. I guess somebody's trying to flag me while my live stream is going on. The only thing I could think is that someone's trying to flag me, or there's somebody like in the because I had internet issues, and as soon as there's nobody watching, the internet issues stop, and then now it's flagged, like someone's just flagging them. So we got Velma, we got the M&M'S. Okay. And then now we got the Raiders. Y'all know I'm from San Francisco, and the Raiders is Las Vegas Raiders. I like teasing my cousins. They from Oakland. So it was Oakland, and it's Los Angeles. Now you got Las Vegas. So this is the M&M'S show. So this is the sports part. NFL been trending big today because of the Raiders and Carr, and them wanting Derek Carr to be the quarterback. Y'all know the Niners is about to go to the Super Bowl, right? I don't know why people even studying the Raiders. The Niners is about to go to the bowl, man. Y'all already know that. So, but trending big today is the Raiders, man. Shout out to all my cousins in the O, you know what I'm saying? The biggity O. So trending big today is the Raiders and Derek Carr, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody want Carr to be the quarterback, and everybody, you know, Carr, last time Carr was a quarterback, he threw an interception, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the end of an era. So what's going? Thank you, Raider Nation. This past season was a dream come true. CJ Stroud, Raiders' next QB. It breaks my heart to say goodbye to Derek Carr, a Raider great who played in my lifetime, 35,000 yards, 217 touchdowns, and 99 interceptions in 9 years. He smoked Kenny Stabler by a mile in the same amount of time and played way less talent. Sorry for the circus show we put you through. So I guess Derek Carr is not playing with the Raiders. Let me see what this. Let's see what this is, man. Everybody social media, man. Everybody use social media. Let me change my glasses and take the shades off, put the glasses on. All right, this is a post from Derek Carr to the Raider Nation. And again, everybody, we are watching the M&M'S show hosted by Perfect. I really want to figure out. I really want to figure out what it is. I really want to figure out what it is that, like, I know I created a Facebook account and I promote my show on Facebook. A lot of people promote their show on Facebook. But I think really what it is, and it's funny that what we've come to in America. Like I've learned a lot of stuff about what's going to happen in the future, and I really feel like what's happening to me on YouTube is the result of Black men. It's because I first came into YouTube with Black men, and I believe it's Black men who plague my channel, Black men and Black women. So it's just difficult for me to like care that Black men and Black women are going extinct. I just can't care. I can't care no more. So I just really understand why. Like when I showed that video the other day, he had no concern about the American Black Negro. He kept talking about what this place would look like in 25 years. And the one thing I could extrapolate from what he was saying is that I don't see, and this is what Black Uru, the elder, would say, what's going to happen to the American Black Negro? I believe we're already extinct. And that's why we treat each other the way we treat each other. Because if you think about the fact that he said that the cartel killed all the Black American gangs since 2013, think about what Lil Durk and what drill music has done. So these people who rap now, who don't kill, who don't carry guns, who are not actual gangbangers, which is why everybody crying over these people being arrested now in these fake RICO cases. But think about this. These individuals have been rapping about a false reality. This is why 6ix9ine could go to every neighborhood, because there are no more Black gangs. The Black gangs have been murdered, but yet and still during this time, these individuals with the small hats have promoted this murder music. This music wasn't popular when I listened to hip hop. Y'all think like it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. That's what we was listening to. We didn't listen to this drill music, but ever since the cartel had eliminated American gangs, what the most popular hip hop is actually turning to propaganda. It's not actually music, it's actually propaganda to make individuals. And this is why crime has been plummeting, which is why they passed all of these defund the police, because crime has went down by 70%. It's been steadily dropping for the past 40 years. But at the peak of crime, at its lowest in 50 years, there's a birth of something called drill music. After there's no more gangs, think about the complexity and the mathematics behind this. There's no more Black gangs. All of the Black gangs have been murdered. Essentially, Mexicans have taken over all criminal activity in America. But after they have, and there's no more Blacks in the inner city. That's why Atlanta looks the way it looked. There are no more Blacks in Chicago. That's why Texas looks the way it looks. There are no more Blacks in the Northern California Bay Area or in Los Angeles. Texas don't even want no more Californians. Because and you guess who's going to Texas? Guess who's going to Georgia? Women. Because they killed all the men in Chicago. They murdered all the men in Los Angeles. So it's women going to Georgia. It's all women from Chicago, all women from all these places flooding with kids, flooding into Texas and Georgia. At the same time as this genocide was taking place, somehow this music, which had been in Chicago for a long time, become popularized. And 6ix9ine, a Mexican with rainbow hair, goes to every city and every hood. There's nobody outside. Me and Alonzo Hall was in that lifestyle. It didn't matter. There was a shift in my neighborhood from 2 to 6 in the morning. It was so popping 24/7. 24/7 is a term that the Bay Area put on the map. Then Las Vegas started using it to market casinos. But 24/7 was crack terminology. Master P got a song called the Crack Commandments. 24/7 was crack terminology because crack was booming 24/7, and from 2 to 6 in the morning you couldn't even sell crack because it was so booming, and only certain individuals could sell crack at that time. We now have, I was thinking about this last night when I was talking about my demographic conversation. During the time, because there's been a lot of murders in Sacramento. So during the time where all these people were eliminated and all these gangs were murdered, and there's nobody outside, when there was people outside from 2 to 6 in the morning, there was people outside 24/7. 6ix9ine was able to go to Chicago. It shouldn't matter what time 6ix9ine went to Chicago, because even from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., there's people outside, but nobody was outside. All the black men were gone. All the gangbangers are gone. What's actually happening in the inner cities? And what is actually being promoted by drill music? I went back to the inner city. I went back to Oakland. I went back to San Francisco. I went back to the inner city. And you know what I see? I see other populations in places that used to be predominantly 80, 90% black. Projects, crack houses now are owned, and people of Asian descent live in the worst areas of San Francisco and Oakland. Is the same thing is true in the Bronx, New York, in every metropolis and South Side Chicago. Chicago was already expensive real estate. As soon as they started gentrifying the South Side of Chicago and blacks started leaving, they started creating different types of housing that blacks can't afford. Same thing happened in Sacramento, Oakland. So at the same time, it's almost like the cartels worked in conjunction with American government to clean out the American cities of blacks. And I get flagged. I get trolled. My channel gets spat upon and shit upon. So think about the story I brought to you now with shout out to Sheed. Think about the story I brought to you about Breonna Taylor. Think about gentrification. Think about redlining. Think about Yvette Carnell. Think about ADOS. Think about the actual truth behind Breonna Taylor. What's the actual truth behind Breonna Taylor that this channel brought out? Breonna Taylor died as a victim to gentrification. Breonna Taylor never had drugs. Breonna Taylor never dated a drug dealer. The whole narrative, this is the whole thing about Takeoff. This is the whole thing about Jeffrey YSL. These narratives. And everybody is so dumbed down that they can't see through the fucking narrative. They believe whatever the narrative is from whatever news outlet. Breonna Taylor never, all the shit you heard, that whole narrative was a fucking lie. Just like with Takeoff, just like with Jeffrey. And just like with Jeffrey, who had 65 charges, who now has 6. The police in the Breonna Taylor case lied about the warrant. They illegally obtained the warrant and lied about the warrant. There was never drugs at that house. And that's why the feds picked up the case. So then you got to ask yourself, okay, this is coming out now. This is not just perfect timing, just yelling. If you look at the Breonna Taylor case today, 2023, Those cops are finally being charged by the feds, not the state, because the state refused to charge him. The district attorney is a black man married to the granddaughter of Mitch McConnell. But they are being charged by the feds. Why did the feds say they charging those police officers? The feds said they charging those police officers because they lied about the warrant and it resulted in Breonna Taylor's death. So the next question would be, as it relates to my theory about the cartels and the gangs and drill music is, well, perfect. Why would they go through all of these measures of lying about the warrant and killing Breonna Taylor? Well, I'm glad you asked. It happened in Louisville, Kentucky, similar to Sacramento, and a lot of these cities that are broke. California just announced a $24 billion deficit. The mayor was working with the governor, and the city had obtained almost 80% of the low-income housing. And it was a historical neighborhood that they couldn't get into, and they wanted the rest of it. So they created a crash team of police officers to rouse the people who live, and they had harassed people who own these houses. They gave a man tickets and threatened him so many times that people just signed over the house to the city for $1. So the last two apartment complexes were apartment complexes that Breonna Taylor lived in. And the goal of these raids was not to kill Breonna Taylor, but to rouse the occupants of the apartments, to get them to move out, pin criminal charges on the occupants to get the city the ability to seize the property. They already had plans. They lied about working with the developers. The mayor lied about working with developers. They already had plans to develop high-end condos where Breonna Taylor's house was. The city, the mayor, along with the governor, who didn't prosecute the police officers because this was all a part of gentrification. The goal was to get the blacks out of Louisville, Kentucky, and to turn their property value up because they had been there so long since slavery, since the end of civil rights. These blacks have been in Louisville, Kentucky, and they were keeping the property value down. Y'all don't get it? This is what's happening across America. In the past 2 years, we have inflation and skyrocketing interest rates, and this property has become an increasingly value that blacks are on. This property that blacks who've been content with being on Section 8 and being on welfare and not actually owning anything, this land that you guys occupy in these ghettos with gangs is valuable. And they want you out. So in Kentucky, they use the police. I propose that in cities like Sacramento, San Francisco, Oakland, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, they've used the cartel. Y'all remember that Section 8 video in Atlanta where all them black people was out there trying to get Section 8? I was so embarrassed. But they looked at that as a problem. But now you don't have that same problem in Atlanta. What happened to all those black people? When are we going to stop arguing, fighting, trying to flag me down, share my video, and start asking what happened to all the black people? I had to stand up. I had to stand up one good time. Let me put this microphone up. Okay, that's better. Can y'all see me? There we go. Let's go back to Raiders and Rich Gannon. This internet, man. StreamYard, you get an F. StreamYard, you get an F. I remember America was just America was a different country. America is such a messed up country now that people outside of America could ruin content like mine. But it's not just the people outside of America, it's the people inside of America who would do the same thing. And the way everybody been brainwashed and programmed. Now I got one viewer. Somebody is laughing right now. Somebody is having a giggle party. Everybody, let's laugh with them. Somebody, I mean, I should be able to laugh too, right? I mean, shit. If you laugh because you think you winning by trolling me and shutting my channel down, so I gotta laugh too, right? This video is going up on Rumble. This video is going up on all my other platforms, and this video is being saved on StreamYard. So I get to laugh too, right? Go. All the haters who flag me and hate on me, do me a favor. I have a Rumble. Please hate on me. Hold on, let me put my referral link. Cause y'all, I want y'all to have fun, man. You think I don't love you? Everybody deserves to be loved, man. So let me put up my Rumble link. Cause y'all, you could be doing so much more. You could be doing so much more for the hating community, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Why just hate here? You know what I'm saying? You can come hate on Rumble, man. Now, in order to do that, you might have to create a Rumble account, but fuck it. Fuck it, man. As long as whatever it takes to hate on Perfect Time. Whatever I gotta do to stop him, you know. So let me help you. You know, I agree. Fuck Perfect Time. I agree, right? So here you go. There you go. That's my Rumble right there. So you damn sure should definitely get the Rumble. You need to be flagging me on Rumble. You should be contacting Rumble. Get this nigga off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Man, don't just flag me on YouTube. Y'all flagging me on Facebook. Y'all flagging me on YouTube. Don't forget Rumble. I need you to get over to Rumble and flag me right now. That's my link in the chat. That's my referral link. Click on that referral link, because why miss an opportunity to fuck with me? Why miss an opportunity to fuck with Perfect? Did you have my Instagram, Tracy? Give me my Instagram. Perfect_timing_podcast. Somebody the other day, Tracy, they got so mad. They said I didn't have no teeth. I know I ain't got no teeth. Tell somebody who don't know. I'm the motherfucker that was in the dentist chair, goddamn it. Man, she was so mad and triggered. She was talking all this stuff. You hate black women. Now, I didn't say anything about black women, and I just was looking at the comment. I blocked her and reported her to Instagram, and Instagram agreed with me. And I was telling my wife, I seen the only reason Instagram agreed with me because I didn't say anything about black women. And when she did say something negative about me under several comments, I didn't respond. So when I reported her as being a bully, they had to review both of our comments, and I didn't have any negative comments or any negative content or derogatory content toward a black woman. She just inferred that because I was a black male, that I had to be doing what I was doing because I dislike black women, and that wasn't true. But instead of trying to defend myself, I just reported it and let the cards fall where they may. And I think Instagram does a lot better job of reviewing the content before they make a decision than YouTube. YouTube sucks and YouTube is racist. Corey proved that YouTube is racist, and they purposely downplay good black content creators, right? Corey proved that. Joe Budden proved that with the Fauci clip, right? So we know this is a fact. It's not just the fact that YouTube is racist, but it's the racism amongst blacks, right? It's the black men and black women that hate on my channel that's really doing the damage to the channel. Let's read this. Let's read this because I'm sure everybody went over to Rumble. This is from Derek Carr. Raider Nation, it breaks my heart. I didn't get an opportunity to say goodbye in person. We certainly have been on a roller coaster in 9 years. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful and appreciative over the years of support you gave to my family and me. We had our share of both heartbreaking moments and thrilling game-winning drives. And it always felt like you were there next to me. It's especially hard to say goodbye because I can honestly say that I gave you everything I had every single day in every season and the off season. It certainly wasn't perfect. Shout out to Perfect Timing Podcast. It certainly wasn't perfect, but I hope that I was able to leave you with more than a few great memories as Raider fans. Thank you to the city of Oakland for taking us in. Thank you to the city of Las Vegas for allowing us to proudly call you home. Thank you to the organization and my teammates, my coaches, staff, everyone. These last 9 years and those 2 buildings, thanks to all the Raiders that supported, encouraged, pushed, uplifted me through different times along this journey. Raider Nation truly special. I once said that if I'm not a Raider, I would rather be at home, and I meant that. But I never envisioned it ending this way. That fire burning inside of me to win a championship still rages. A fire no one can extinguish, only God. So I look forward to a new city and a new team who, no matter the circumstances, will get everything I have. Winning a championship is what I've always wanted and what I will continue to work toward. The internet keep messing up. There go my IG right there. Thank you, Tracy. I'm looking at it right now. Sucks. Cause who would watch the show? Who would watch the show if you keep getting that circle? You'll go watch something else, even if it wasn't as good. So Derek Carr is leaving the Raiders. I'll leave it up to y'all for the backstory because I'm not sure what took place. Are you mad at the Raiders for Carr leaving? I just want to know in the chat. Me and Tracy 49er fans. So nah, I respect Carr, man. Yeah, man. I respect Carr, man. I understand, man. That's some cold shit. The Raiders ain't shit though. So I mean, that's what you get for playing with the motherfucking Raiders, man. Raiders ain't shit, man. I could have told you that, Carr. The Raiders ain't shit, man. I could have told you that. But hey, you know, we fucking with you at the 5.0 podcast card, man. We fucking with you, man. We fucking with you, man. Make sure y'all get over there in the Rumble. What else is left? So Shakira. We gotta get that music in. We got money, music, and sports. The M&M'S show. Shakira. So let's go to this article, man, because Shakira been trending like a big dog. And I was gonna talk about her the other day. The song is fire, but I didn't know what the song was talking about, so I got the lyrics and I got the article. But there's a lot of stuff going on with Shakira, and the song she's addressing, like the song is cold. It's a lot of stuff going on with Shakira. So the first thing that came up about Shakira was not the song, right? So the song, Shakira got a song that's trending, right? Shakira got a new song, a new video. She's still gorgeous, you know what I'm saying? I think she's like 45. 45, you're gonna see a picture, she don't even look 45. She said, I'm two 22-year-olds, right? Oh, we gotta look up her Shakira's ex new girlfriend, because I guess he got a new girlfriend. Yeah, he got a new girlfriend. She was talking about the new girlfriend and the song. So I'm like, this is some real manosphere vibes right here, man. Where's the new girlfriend, man? Yeah, come on. Maybe y'all could send me one in the link. But okay, let's go back to the story. So first thing I found about Shakira, yeah, she gorgeous, right? Is that she had some tax problems and that she could be going to jail. So that was the first thing that popped up. I thought immediately, because she's been trending for like a week with this new song. And the song is real manosphere vibes, because the song is a feminist song. It's on some Meg Thee Stallion, City Girls, and she 45 years old, right? It's the same thing like with the twin. She just went through the divorce, right? So when I pop in Shakira and Google, the song is not what comes at first. What comes at first is $15 million tax evasion, and that she had a tax shelter in the Bahamas, but she was living in Spain, and the Spanish government is coming out there for $15 million, and she possibly could be going to prison. So that is the story, right? So, but what is today? Today is all about, shout out to Kev Gills, master of disguise and propaganda. Propaganda, right? No one is taking accountability for anything. Everybody's lying and everybody's playing with the spin machine, right? So Shakira puts out a new song, and amazingly, I don't know if it's a record company, because we just talked about Joe Budden. We just talked about the Matrix. We talked about that button that can be pushed to make a song go #1, like that Plan B song we talked about earlier. That was a horrible song. So Tracy said, yep, she's going to prison. So wait a minute. She might not be going to prison, right? Because look at the woke M&Ms. I have a theme today. Thank you for everybody hanging out. Even though the internet quality is bad, thank you for y'all support. I really love y'all. Means a lot, means everything. So I got a theme today with this feminism and this woke stuff, even from the M&Ms, from the Raiders. So if you think about what I said about the whole show, it's not a long show, right? Go back and listen to the whole show. It's a great show. Shakira puts out a song, and the song is addressing the fact that she now is divorced. Her husband left her, and that she, in the song, says, "You left me in debt." She's basically in the song me tooing her ex-husband. In the song, she's suggesting that he's with the 22-year-old. You left me for a young woman, and you left me in debt. Basically, before she even gets to trial, this is what Meg Thee Stallion did with Plan B and those other songs and those interviews. Even though she lied to Gayle King, she lied in those songs, Meg Thee Stallion was able to preface the jury with those songs. So now Shakira is trending #1 top song globally because the song's not even in English. Check this out. The song's not even in English, you guys, and it's trending. That means it's not just trending in America, it's a global trend. Yeah, it's not an English song. Tracy, like, she beautiful. We all know Shakira, but did this new story and this new song is not in the tabloids in America. It's in Spain. It's in Spain. So now the new song comes out, and she's touting Me Too feminist tropes in the song, and she's blaming the husband for leaving her. Now, keep in mind, she was supposedly living with the husband in Spain. Now, this changes everything about the criminal case. Changes everything about the criminal case, because now she could put on a defense and say it was all him. I didn't know what was going on. He took advantage of me. And everybody who heard the song and saw the narrative that was promoted by the media in the song, how it's going to be hard to convict her. When the truth is, she actually stole and lied. She did something that white men been doing for a long time. Now, you could argue, is it fair that they want to prosecute her when white men created the tax shelter in the Bahamas? It's not like she invented what she did. It's funny how women always go to jail, like Martha Stewart and now Shakira, for shit that white men do every day. So what Shakira did to avoid $15 million in taxes is she claimed to be living in Bahamas where she wouldn't have to pay taxes for 2 years. But in actuality, she actually lived in Spain with the guy. I'm going to read, I'll read some of the lyrics. She's 45. Fair use.
Perdón, recogí otro avión, aquí no vuelvo, no quiero otra decepción, tanto que te dabas de campeón, y cuando te necesitaba, viste tu peor versión. Sorry, baby, hace rato que yo te vi tocar ese gato, una loba como yo no está pa' novato, una loba como yo no está pa' tipos como tú, pa' tipos como tú, a ti te queda grande y por eso estás con una igualita que tú. Esto es pa' que te mortifique, mastique, trague, mastique. Yo contigo ya no regreso, ni que me llore ni me suplique. Entendí que no es culpa mía que te critique. Yo solo hago música, perdón que te salpique. Te dejaste de vecina a la suegra con la prensa en la puerta y la deuda en Hacienda. Te creíste que me heriste y me volviste más dura.
Song is fire. Song is fire. The pop star and her ex split in June. They got a couple. Shares a son 9 and a daughter 7. They met in 2010 when she was promoting a song she wrote for the World Cup. Following their split, Shakira has faced legal trouble. Spanish prosecutors accused her of tax fraud, alleging she failed to pay nearly $15 million in taxes to Spanish government. Between 2012 and 2014, Shakira listed Bahamas as her official residence for tax purposes during those years, but prosecutors say she was in fact living in Spain with Pike. Shakira references the case in number 53, singing, You left me with your mom as a neighbor, the press at the door, and a debt with the treasury. That's what I was talking about, Tracy. You left me with your mom as a neighbor, the treasury at the door, in debt. The whole song is in a Meg Thee Stallion esque defense. So let me sit down and I'm gonna close this out. Because I don't think people deserve me. Facts. Let me go back to doing my shorts. Y'all gonna have to deal with Charleston White, bitch ass. Because I just realized my time, I can't be Charleston White, bro. I'm not Charleston White. If niggas want to watch Charleston White and stay dumb during the end of the fucking world, then that's what niggas gonna be. Niggas just gonna have to stay dumb. Cause I can't stand what's going on right now. We at the end of the motherfucking world, the end of money, the end of food. The stores, I talked about the stores a year ago. The stores is worse. Walmart is worse. Just last night, Tracy, just because it's just us here, I'll share this with you. And you ain't even in California, but California gas about to go back up to $7 again. Why is gas going back up, and why is everything inflation going to go back up? So if you pay attention to my presentation on demographics, it's not that we won't have food. We produce most of the world's food, but we are going to have problems getting the food to the stores and then getting the oil out of the ground and services and the oil that we got. We got food, we got oil. That's what the guy in the demographics was saying. We not going to starve. We have what we need, but our system is fucked up. So because of that, gas is going to go up again because what's going to happen in Russia and what's going to happen in China. And what he described, the demographic shift that's going to happen in Russia and China is going to affect our fuel. In effect, we buy a lot of fuel from Russia, and these other countries are going to become priorities. So we're going to have to wait longer and pay more for fuel. Even though we make enough fuel here, we don't produce it now, and it's caught up in bureaucracy. So gas is going back up to $6 and $7 again. I hope Charleston White come pay your motherfucking taxes. I hope Charleston White come pay for your motherfucking gas, because you motherfuckers is so excited about every video that Charleston White put up, and I'm tired of hearing about relationships. I'm tired of hearing about women and men and all this sucker shit. Women want to be whores. The reason we have the situation we have now is because women enjoy being whores, and we have a society in Western America that protects their whorish behavior. They know it. I know it. We all know it. So I don't want to talk about women and wanting to be whores anymore. Men don't deal with the whores anymore. That's it. So Lapeef and Antoine and the Fight Club and all that sucker shit can stop, and we can start focusing on these demographics and the fact that Mexican Americans are going to be the only Americans, and the American Negro male going to be gone if we keep focusing on the whores. The whores can't be fixed, blood. That's what Kevin Samuels was dying to tell you niggas. The whores are not going to change. Tracy is here, and stop letting the whores put down the women who not whores, calling them pick-me's and all this other shit. The whores are not going to change. They're not going to stop being manly, that they are possessed by a demon spirit. They get joy out of being evil, mean, and whores. They get joy out of sex with other people. It's magic. They're not going to stop. So I'm tired of hearing the conversation about men and women. See, the thing is that there are weak men who like whores. Say that. There are weak men that like whores. That's why those chat rooms are full, because they have whores on the panel and whores in the chat, and all of the men who are low frequency flood over there because they love whores. Man. I just got an email talking about natural gas going up, so my gas bill is over $100. Good afternoon, Perfect. What's up, Deborah? So resources and things are going to continue to rise. That's why they created Charleston White. He told you he's a character. That's why they got all these distractions. That's why I got all these distractions. I got a little passionate because I was about to say something prolific. Oh, man. What I was about to say is I've talked about the King Kong Kung Fu in the past. Let me know if I sound okay. I'm not as close to the microphone as I normally would be. Oh, my back is tripping. Don't get old, kids. Don't get old, kids. So I've talked about the King Kong Kung Fu. The King Kong Kung Fu is a style of prosecution. I saw it popularized with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, but I've seen it used over and over again, and it probably been used before that. So King Kong Kung Fu is a style of prosecution where innocent, valuable black men is turned into King Kong because of the racist tropes that exist with being black, because we still call ourselves black. But if you think about what black is and the history of being black, black men are criminals, black men are violent, black men are overly sexualized. So if you're black, it's easy to turn you into King Kong. And we don't have a real identity outside of black. This is what Nameless be talking about. So you got King Kong Kung Fu exists because blackness exists. And even Bill Cosby, a billionaire 80-year-old man, who they could have put on ankle monitor because he's not a threat to anybody, had to go to a prison for 10 years, even though they lied, he had to be released. But think about the concept of a blind 80-year-old billionaire going to prison. You only do that because you think he's violent, you're afraid of him, even at 80 years old. This is a very slave centristic style of thinking. Young Thug, who's a multimillionaire and Gunna, had to stay incarcerated, but then you let him out after 7 months, but then you told everybody you were scared that they would be murdered. So King Kong Kung Fu is a style of prosecution. When I say prosecution, I mean district attorneys and judges to find innocent black men guilty, turn you into King Kong, scare the jury. With the Shakira case, we have a new version of the King Kong Kung Fu. What y'all want to call it? Yeah, we could call it the wolf bitch ninja. It's the wolf bitch ninja. It's the wolf bitch ninja kumite. The wolf bitch ninja kumite style. It's a long name, but that makes it more funny. Wolf bitch ninja kumite style of prosecution. You could apply that to Meg Thee Stallion, to Atlanta, and now you can see it with Young Thug. Wolf bitch ninja kumite style of prosecution. And now you see this same wolf bitch ninja kumite style of prosecution being used with Shakira. What do you mean, Perfect? Well, in the Meg Thee Stallion case, there was no way, just like with Bill Cosby, there was no way to get to the truth. That's not to say I'm picking a side and I know what happened, because no one knows what happened, because no one of us was there. I'm just saying that legally there's a way that a district attorney is supposed to move when there's no way to get to the truth. What do you mean, perfect? If the person who's actually the victim or person in question has not been, and all of the witnesses have not been up forth and truthful throughout the process of 2 years, there's no way to go forward with the case because there's nothing to put in front of the jury where you can honestly get to the truth. You can't get to the truth. It almost becomes a convoluted style of prosecution where the goal was to make things so convoluted that no one could ever get to the truth, and you just make your verdict based on what I tell you, the narrative. Because based on Meg Thee Stallion's lies to police, to doctors, to Gail, to investigators, to district attorney, there was no way to get to the truth. Not to say nothing happened that night, but I've had so many conflicting stories, so many convoluted stories. I can't, as a person who's taken an oath and passed the bar, I can't put this in front of citizens and say you vote and beyond a reasonable doubt, because there's no way to come to it beyond a reasonable doubt because I haven't given you enough facts and she doesn't know actually what happened. That's what happened with Bill Cosby. That's what happened with Meg Thee Stallion. But I'm talking about specifically the way the Meg Thee Stallion case was fought, where they would not allow Tory Lanez to speak, but Meg Thee Stallion was able to go on Gayle King and lie. Barbara Walters just passed away. Y'all remember, so the people here remember Barbara Walters, 60 Minutes. Barbara Walters just passed away. That Gayle King interview was like prime time. The R. Kelly interview is what convicted R. Kelly. That Gayle King interview is what convicted Tory Lanez. Everyone saw that Gayle King interview, but she lied. The Plan B song, she lied. She was allowed to communicate before the jury was selected to the public. Rock Nation paid the money to push the button that we just talked about with Joe Budden in the Fauci video, that everyone, remember the Plan B song failed the first week. The Plan B song is not a good song. Rock Nation paid the money to make Plan B in the top 10. But it's not a good song, which is why you don't hear it now. It doesn't have replay value. You won't hear it next year. It's an old beat. You won't hear it ever again. It's not a good song. It won't play. It won't age well. But that wasn't the goal of the song Plan B. That wasn't the goal of the interview with Gayle King. We didn't understand, but she was fighting the case. That was Rock. That's why Rock Nation was in the courtroom. So what is Shakira doing? Shakira broke the law. Just like Meg Thee Stallion is a not pass out drunk. What was left out of the Meg Thee Stallion is that her best friend and her stylist stopped fucking with her because she and her boyfriend now to this day after the verdict still don't want to deal with her because she is a pass out drunk who cannot recollect, and then she has sex with people. We all know people like this, male and female. She blacks out drunk after her mother's death. She hasn't coped with it well. She needs to see a counselor. She doesn't know what happened that night. She's been lying to everyone, and she doesn't feel any pain about it because she just gets drunk again until she passes out. She's a blackout drunk. Kelsey is a blackout drunk. Tory Lanez was blacking out drunk. There's no way to get to the truth. She was absolutely part of what went wrong. Shakira is absolutely wrong for lying about living in the Bahamas and not paying that tax money. But Shakira is using the same style that Meg Thee Stallion used, and she's putting it in this song. She's using feminist Me Too tropes, saying this man left her. Now think about what feminism says. Like, if you so powerful, how are men leaving you and hurting you by leaving you? That's liberation, right? That's freedom, right? But no. You left me. You left me in debt. You left me with your mother. Everything is your fault. This is setting up a new narrative. I was on the Ratchet TV. Shout out to Ratchet TV, man. And I was saying to Ratchet and his audience, very intelligent folks over there, you guys got to pay attention to these narratives. And I need you guys to understand that the narrative will resurface in the indictment. I don't know how many people, the Ratchet audience understood. They very savvy. I was on the panel with a very intelligent brother. And he was like, "You right. He got it." The narrative that the police chief, that Meg Thee Stallion put out, that then becomes what's put in the briefing in the indictment that later on ensues. You just think it's a TV interview. No, this narrative becomes the indictment. And when you get called to the jury, what you find out is that everything you heard on the news is the actual indictment and narrative, and you already made your decision. You already believe it. So when the chief of police at Houston is saying to you, take off die in a dice game, and you get called for the jury, and the indictment says, oh, take off die in the dice game, you're like, oh shit, take off die in the dice game. But that's the fucking narrative. You're supposed to listen to what the prosecution and the defense puts on and go through the facts. But people have been tainted by the narrative. That's what Meg Thee Stallion did with that interview when she lied. That's what Meg Thee Stallion did with that song. And Tory Lanez was crippled from advocating in the press because we live in the era of social media, and they knew it would taint the jury. So Tory Lanez can't speak, but Meg Thee Stallion is able to speak and get out what, you guys? Get out her narrative. That narrative showed up in the indictment. It will show up in the takeoff murder indictment. The narrative that the mayor and the police chief put forth will show up in the indictment when you go to court for Takeoff's murder. Because the police chief is saying he died from an accident. Huh? The police chief said, I finished my investigation. I turned in my file to the district attorney. What happened? It was an accident. Then y'all not paying, y'all ain't heard the news, huh? So don't get sad when the Takeoff news come in. The police chief did his investigation. The investigation is over. The investigation to Takeoff is, has anybody even told y'all that the investigation to Takeoff is over? The investigation to Takeoff is over. The bloggers is talking about the investigation to Takeoff is over. The chief of police already handed in his investigation to the district attorney. The district attorney going forward with the indictment. She got the narrative. The police chief told you what happened. Takeoff died in an accidental death in a dice game. He shouldn't have been in Houston. That's the narrative that's going to be in court. Shakira, with this song, is changing the narrative before she has to go to court for $15 million tax evasion so that she don't have to go to jail. She may be even a shift blame partially because she was married at the time. I don't see an indictment for the husband. Now think about this. She was married at the time of the tax evasion. What does she says? He got to pay half. Or I was on tour and he did the taxes. He rolled it out. The narrative is already in play. This is the wolf, bitch ninja, kumite prosecution style. And the record company and everything is behind it. And Shakira is 45 years old. The song is cool, but it ain't better than some of the 20, it ain't that nigga's a munch. It ain't Ice Spice. She's not Ice Spice anymore. She was Ice Spice, a little fiery Latina. Hey, she was Ice Spice. She was Latin Spice. Not anymore. She like an old soggy dog now. She working at the soggy dog. It ain't nothing wrong with that with the soggy dog. Soggy ballin' boys. I am the man of constant sorrow. That's one of my favorite movies, old brother. Me and my wife, I'll be having her tell jokes about that to this day. What happened to Mrs. Hogwaller? Mrs. Hogwaller up in RUNNOFT. That's one of our inside jokes I'll share with you guys. I love my baby, Mrs. Perfect Timing, but that movie was a favorite of me and my mother. And my mom, I said, Mom, check this movie out. And she loved that movie, and she bought the movie. And the guys who actually sung the song, now, I'm a Man of Constant Sorrow, they won a Grammy for that song. And it was actually, and then Mama bought that album. And I got to tell that to Binky, but it's actually a really good I don't know if you want to call them country or blues or folk, because there's a genre of music that mixes, because in the movie it was a black man in the group, because they take notes from this ancient black style of music. So it's like a folk, country, blues type of sound that comes from the mountains, the Appalachian type of mountains. Not the I'm on the West Coast with the Rocky Mountains, but when you hear about the whites, you know, them white people that live in the mountains with no teeth, that's on the East Coast, those mountains, Appalachians, right? So it's a different type of country, folk, jazz, bluesy type of song. I am the man of constant sorrow. Yeah, man. I love that movie. Old Brother. Check out that movie, man, for the 5.0 audience. Y'all be looking for little entertaining movies. It's got a guy from Ocean's 11. What's his name? Not, I want to say Danny, but that's his name in Ocean's 11. What's his name, man? It's not Danny Ocean. He was with Julia Roberts. What's his name? Somebody put his name in the chat. It's not Clive Owens, the other white boy. Hey, I like him a lot too. I like his movies. But he's the guy from Ocean's 11, and he's the star of Old Brother. George Clooney. That's him. Tracy, George Clooney. Good movie, man. Good movie, man. They escape from prison, right? And they go to the brother of one of the prisoners that escaped house to get the chains cut off, right? And the brother is just there with the son, and the brother say, "What happened?" And he's asking him about his wife. His last name is Hogwaller. That's just hilarious right there. But he's asked his brother, he said, "What happened to Mrs. Hogwaller?" And the son is at the table, right? So the son ain't supposed to know how to spell, right? They're supposed to be a stupid kid, right? But the dad don't know how to spell either or read either, right? So he said, "What happened to Mrs. Hogwaller?" And he looked at the son and he looked at his brother and he said, "Mrs. Hogwaller up in RUNNOFT." And we say that shit all the time when we get mad at each other, and we be like, "What you gonna do? You gonna RUNOFT?" I tell her when she pissed me off, I tell her I'm about to RUNOFT. Miss Hogwaller run off. Miss Hogwaller, she run off. OFT. Miss Hogwaller, RUNNOFT. And so they go to sleep, right? He kill a horse, he eat the horse, they go to sleep, right? In the middle of the night, they get woken up by the police. And the police said, "Come on out." And he said, "You snitched on me, you no good Hogwaller. I knew you was a snitch." He said, "I need the money." I turned you in for he turned them in for the bounty. There was a bounty on their head, right? So they was about to go to jail, right? Because his brother snitched on his own blood brother, turned him in for the reward money, right? And the little boy bust in the barn with the car, right? Steal a car, little boy bust in the barn. Say, "Get in, get in, get in." And they jump in the car and they drive off and they shooting at the car. And they said, "Boy, where you get this car from?" He said, "I stole it." He said, "Boy, why you steal this car?" He said, "I'm about to RUNNOFT." We laugh at that shit all the time. The little boy stole a car, told his uncle, "Jump in." His uncle said, "Why'd you steal his car, boy?" The boy said, "I'm about to RUNNOFT." Whatever you call, whatever mama did, whatever y'all doing, if it's called, all right, that's what the fuck I'm about to do. I'm about to run off. I'm tired of being a Hogwaller. I don't want to be a Hogwaller no more. Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Come brush your bones on the alabaster stones. Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Come rest your bones on the alabaster stones. Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Oh, man, good movie, man. Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Come rest your bones on the alabaster stone. There ain't nothing going on but the baby. That's what you tell them when they come knocking at the door. Daddy, can you turn on Scooby-Doo? Tell them ain't nothing going on but the baby. Hey, what y'all doing in there? Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Hey, y'all cut that noise out of there. Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Hush, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Come rest your bones on the alabaster stones. Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. I'm about to go watch that. I'm going to wait and watch that with my wife. Let her snuggle up on my chest and watch that. That's a good movie, man. Another part of that movie that I like that I say a lot in my podcast is George Clooney's wife had left him while he was in jail for another man. And I used to bring this up a lot during the high value man debates. She left him, and when she left him, she said the new man she found was bona fide. I'm going with Mr. Johnson. But I love you, Alice. Mr. Johnson is bona fide. Woo, that hurt. I mean, it hurt me when I heard it. It hurt my mama. We looked at each other like, oh, shit, she had 3 girls by this man. He was in jail. He couldn't pay no money. He couldn't pay no rent. He couldn't buy the girls nothing. She said, the girls need this. You got 3 girls. The girls need this. The girls need that. I'm going with Mr. Johnson. She said, you can't go with her. You my wife and them and my daughters. I'm going with Mr. Johnson. You can't go with Mr. Johnson. Is bona fide. Woo! Oh, that hurt. He just looked at the girls. He looked around. He looked at the 2 motherfuckers he broke out of the prison with. They couldn't say nothing. As a matter of fact, when the wife left, he said, you know what? Your wife is right. He said, shut up. We got to rob another bank. He said, why I got to rob a bank? Because Mr. Johnson is bona fide. I need some money. High value man. That's real talk right there. She said, I'm going with Mr. Johnson. How can you leave me? How can you do it? Mr. Johnson is bona fide. He got a job. He got a car. He got a house. And he's told me that he will feed and clothe these 3 girls. He get the pussy. He get the box. He get the love muscle. He get the peace sleeve. Somebody in the chat say something. 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. Huh? Mr. Johnson is bona fide. I love you, but I got these 3 girls. Right? She said, what motivates me is taking care of my baby. What was motivating her in their decision is those 3 girls. That's 3 boxes. That's 3 peace sleeves. It's difficult to take care of a little baby box. It's expensive to take care of little baby peace sleeve. I can't go with a man that's broke. It'd be different if we had 3 little boys. It's 3 little girls. You know, girls got 2 doctors. They got a primary care and an OBGYN. They got to go see their primary care. Then they got to go get their gynecologic, you know what I'm saying? Get they hoo-hoo and they ha-ha. 3 girls. I'm going with Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is bona fide. The manosphere need to trip off of that right there. With all these arguments with whores. The only reason you guys are having these debates is because you're having them with whores. Mrs. Hogwaller wasn't playing. She wasn't playing. I'm going with who is bona fide. It wasn't about the sex and it wasn't about love. Tracy didn't say she was motivated by dick or love. Hello. George Clooney, everybody loved George Clooney. George Clooney was a nigga. I'm not going with you. Had 3 girls by him. Stayed with him in the prison. But I'm going with Mr. Johnson because Mr. Johnson is bona fide. Y'all having these debates in circular conversations, these circle jerks, because you're having it with whores and low frequency men. Deborah Carr said, I ain't heard that word in a long time. Bonafide equal high value. Yeah, you got to go watch the movie, Old Brother. Because she loved George Clooney. Is handsome. I'm a man. I can say George Clooney look good. I love George Clooney movies, man. I wear a suit like George Clooney, and he white. But he wasn't bona fide. He wasn't bona fide. You feel me? That's a real woman right there. Y'all not having conversations with women. Y'all having conversations with whores. A woman gonna tell you, I'm gonna choose the bona fide man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's bona fide. I need him to be 6 feet tall. He gotta be attractive. He gotta want to travel. He gotta have a big old Johnson. Yeah, old brother. It's not old brother. It's called old brother. I think it's O. I think it's O in comma. Let me look it up. I'll bring up a picture. I think it's old brother. I don't think it's old brother. I don't want you guys to not be able to find it. Oh, they got a whole music because the music was so popular. It's a whole music website. Wow. This movie won a lot of awards. Sleeper, it won awards for the music. So the name of the movie is Old Brother, Where Art Thou? Old Brother, Where Art Thou is a 2000 comedy drama written and produced, co-edited by the director Joel and Ethan Coen brothers. Because remember they did that other movie with that, I think it was No Country for Old Men. They did that other dark movie with that other really good actor who played Lincoln. The Coen brothers made some great films. That's just a great way to spend a weekend with someone you love. Even Tracy with your son, even somebody, you know, with your sister or your whoever you hang out with. That's a great weekend. The Coen brothers have some great films about different periods in American history, like No Country for Old Men. It was another movie that they did. Yeah, the Coen brothers, man. It stars George Clooney, John Turturro, and Tim Blake Nelson, with Chris Thomas King. John Goodman was in it, Holly Hunter, and Charles Durning in supporting role. Great movie, man. Great movie, man. I really like that movie. Let me put it in the chat. Hush your sleep, you little baby. Hush sleep, you little baby. Come rest your bones on the alabaster stones. Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Come rest your bones on the alabaster stone. Alabaster. Y'all know about the alabaster, right? The alabaster stone in the Bible. And the alabaster is, you can keep something in there and it won't smell, right? Alabaster box. Right? Y'all know about the alabaster box, right? They used to have these on the dresser when my grandmother was alive, man. What is an alabaster box? The Bible speaks of an alabaster box in two separate incidents. The Bible speaks of an alabaster box in two separate incidents involving women who brought ointment in the box to anoint Jesus. The Greek word translated alabaster box in the KJV, as well as flask, jar, and vial in other translation, is alabastron, which can also mean perfume vase. The fact that all four gospels include a similar but not identical account with three of the passages mentioning alabaster box of ointment has given rise to a certain amount of confusion about these incidents. Which occurred 2 days before Passover and involved unnamed women who entered the home of Simon. Both passages mention an alabaster box, and both say the unnamed woman anointed Jesus' head. So, alabaster, y'all remember the alabaster box, man? Come on, man. Grandma and them would have one of these on the rest in peace, Grandma Mary. John seems to speak of different yet similar event which took place 6 days before Passover in the home of Martha. Here an alabaster box is not mentioned, but the name of a woman who anointed Jesus, Mary, mother Martha's sister. The incident in Matthew and Mark and the incident in John all took place in Bethany, but on different days. Also, Mary is said to have anointed Jesus' feet, but no anointing of his head is mentioned. Jesus defends Mary's actions against the criticism. Judas said it was intended that she should save the perfume for the day of my burial. Alabaster was a stone commonly found in Israel. It was a hard stone resembling white marble and is referred to as one of the precious stones used in the decoration of Solomon's temple. In the Song of Songs, the beloved man is described as having legs like alabaster columns. I remember that. Or pillars of marble. So the container the women used to carry the perfume oil was made of white marble-like substance. Ointment, oils, and perfumes used to be put in vessels made of alabaster to keep them pure and unspoiled. The boxes were often sealed or made fast with wax to prevent the perfume from escaping. Alabaster was a beautiful substance and strong enough to keep the oil or perfume completely contained until the time of its use. Come rest your bones on the alabaster stones. Ain't nothing going on but the baby. Man. who grandma had an alabaster box on the dresser? I ain't even got to ask that. Everybody, all of us. Who grandma had an alabaster box? Because it ain't even about the price, because we're talking about, well, Perfect is old, and all of my people who watch me is old, but now I got my audience. Thank God I got an expanded audience. But if you, in the 70s, it's not, these things weren't expensive. That's why we had real silverware, real gold. Like my grandmother, I remember that's when the crack came, they started selling that shit. But we had real silverware. It was in the wooden box. It was in the blue felt. I remember when family come over, she would go get the silverware. She'd tell me go get it. It was in the wooden box, and it was blue felt, and it was silver forks and knives and spoons. And she had a gold set too. She never really took out the gold set, but she had a gold set too. But so we had real silverware, flatware from the 70s, alabaster boxes and shit like that. So I know y'all already know about that. Y'all my age, y'all grew up in the 70s. Y'all already know about the silverware, the china, the alabaster, Coco Chanel, the glass, the leather, all of that shit. So let's look at a couple of the lyrics, man, for Shakira. So y'all could really tune in to this to this kung fu, man, to this wolf ninja. Sorry, I've already called another plane. I won't be back here. I don't want any more disappointments. So much talk of being a champion. Now remember what she said earlier and what she framed. This is just like Meg Thee Stallion. First she said he left her. She's created a narrative that he left her with this debt when she was married, right? Now think about that. The song starts off with very powerful, like me too, champion woman, all this shit. But you were saying that okay, come on, y'all now. I don't want no more disappointments. I already caught another plane, which means I'm already riding another man. We talk about the cock carousel a lot. Tracy, oh my God, perfect. I have my grandma's silverware in the wood box. You still got it? You still got it? Oh wow, that's precious. That's precious. She still got it. You know, Tracy, how many people listening to me think I'll be making this stuff up because I'm so old? They really didn't experience the millennials, the X's and the Zoomers. They grew up on paper plates and plastic. They have no idea that silverware actually really meant silverware, right? Flatware, China. They might think you're saying something um derogatory toward Asian people when you say China. They don't have a frame of reference to our grandmothers had China. Fine China. It actually said you can still buy China paper plates in Costco, but our grandmothers had fine China. That's the plates they had. That's what it was called. That's what you would eat with the silverware. It was in a curio cabinet. My mother had those cabinets, rest in peace. I don't even know where they are now. My mother had those curio cabinets. She had them in storage. I don't even know where they are. But the silverware would be in the bottom in the drawer, and in the cabinets, you would have the china. So you have the plates, and the plates would always stay there, right? And the silverware, real silver. So when people would come over, those plates would be in the cabinet. You would take them out of the cabinet and you would set dinner, traditional dinner table, supper. People say, I don't know what supper is. Supper is formal, where you take out china and napkins, like cloth napkins. It was my job to set the table. Black boys, if you grew up in the South, a lot of these things were lost. Part of going to church, part of having a grandmother like this. You know, I had to be dressed. I had to wear my suit, my penny loafers, formal dinner, because I'm still in my suit because this dinner is occurring on a Sunday, and the pastor might be joining us for dinner. And it's my responsibility to set the table. That means get the tablecloth that's in the bottom of the drawer, get the plates, set the plates, get the cloth napkins, the little gold, silver thing that hold the cloth napkins, and get the silver out. And then after setting the table, I was not allowed to eat at the table. I never sat at that table until my grandmother had moved out of that house and passed away, because that table was too big to move out of that house. The napkins was called linen. I never ate at that table. I'm going to say that again. I never ate at the table. I set the table for the pastor. I greeted the pastor. I ate, but I did not eat at that table. Deborah said I have my aunt's china set. This is the people y'all got in the chat. Y'all got some real gems here at the 5.0 network. People don't even tap into us. They don't know what they're missing over here. But God be pushing me to continue to do the podcast despite the devil attacking me. So I just got to keep faith in God, knowing that God knows things that I don't know, and he has a plan. So we just keep the faith. I never ate at that table. You can eat, grandson. I love you, grandson, but you do not eat at this table. How deep is that? How deep is that? That's the table for the elders. It made me want to grow and be an elder, be a father, be a grandfather, be a pastor. My grandmother knew that, because everybody wasn't there to help her set the table. Some people was out smoking weed, running the streets. They didn't go to church. I love going to church with my grandmother. I love spending Sundays with my grandmother. Everybody didn't. But that was one of the things you would think after me doing what no other cousin or grandson would do, I would be able to sit at the table. I set the table. I help her cook, help her shell the peas and pick the collard greens. But that was real love. She was loving me when she told me I'm not allowed to sit at the table, even though I set the table. And as much as she's seen it hurt my feelings. This is not my place, and how much that hurt my feelings. How could it not be my place? You my grandmother. But now today I have these understandings of niceties of what I said the other day about key decision makers. That's why I did so well in corporate America, promoted so many times. Key players, decision makers. What plagues me now is that even with this knowledge of how to be collaborative and cooperative, I find it very difficult to move forward in my dream because the American Negro mental health has gotten to be so bad. Dr. Umar Johnson said the other day, and I've been saying this, Tracy and Deborah, I've been saying this. It's my growth is stagnant by the Negro's mental health. The Negro is so sick, male and female, that anybody functional like myself is getting shunned. Charleston White is making millions of dollars getting celebrated, but I can't get one view. Dr. Umar Johnson, to this point, Dr. Umar Johnson said the other day, I've been trying to build the school for 2 years. What you guys don't know is I've been using black contractors because I tell everybody, date black, don't date white women and black. So I've been hiring black contractors. Guess what's been happening to Umar Johnson for the last 2 years building the school with the black contractors? They've been ripping them off. They've been ripping them off and getting away with it because what provides the cover for them to rip off Umar Johnson? Because Umar Johnson is ripping off people already, right? According to every Negro male on YouTube and on the internet, Umar Johnson stole your money, even though there's never been a criminal charge lodged against Umar Johnson. Not one investigation, but niggas keep saying he stole the money. Niggas keep saying Umar Johnson stole the money, but not one investigation, not one criminal case. So what happens? That gives guys in cover for people to scam Umar Johnson. So Umar Johnson been getting scammed for 2 years by all these contractors. Umar Johnson said 3 months ago, I said, forget it. We may have to go outside of our community to get this done. He hired white contractors. Guess what happened? 3 months, the school was opening. In 3 months, those white contractors came in and got the work done. Got them up to code, new people downtown with the city council, found out what requirements was needed to get this to be legally a school to open, got it done. Plumbing, bathroom, kitchen, all the things legally required. They got it done in 3 months, pass code, work with the city to get the school open. 3 months. Charlemagne said, what does that mean? That you couldn't work with black people to get it done? He said that we need the school because black people in this country have gotten so sick and mentally ill to the point where we can't even cooperate with each other. That's what I said to my wife about my goals with my podcast and my success and everything, people flagging me down. And dude I was talking to said the key to power is cooperation, and I got upset because I'm like, I can't cooperate with Negro. The Negro has an inability to cooperate and to collaborate. Umar Johnson couldn't even get black people just to do something he paid them to do. You ain't even got to like me or like the school. In the middle of this genocide and this demographic shift, you have the cartel working with the United States government to clean out American cities of blacks. And at the same time, you have Negroes rapping about murder on the highest level when crime has dropped 70%, the lowest it's been in 50 years. Drill music mathematically does not make sense. Drill music just doesn't add up. We don't have the black males for drill music to be so popular. Why is Little Durk? Little Durk is the girls like Little Durk. Little Durk started being popular when he grew his hair and he's attractive to women. The women are listening to drill, and little boys, 16, the youngest of black males, are killing each other over this hip hop music. And we don't have any young black men. What you need to understand from what I'm telling you about the demographics, about China and Russia, the only thing that I was concerned about and extrapolated is how many 20-year-old black males do we have? How many heterosexual 20-year-old Negro males do we have? With Disney and everybody turning up, the LGBT community, as everybody keeps saying, I don't have anything against gay people, what ends up happening to black people? What happens if there are no 20-year-old black males to have babies. And this is what Hafez was saying. And if we're in the manosphere telling a 16 to 20-year-old black male that the black woman is the devil in you and that marriage is evil, then how do we procreate? How do we progress? If the numbers of heterosexual black men have been depleted, and then we teach them that to not get married, how do we make more black males? If you look at the demographics of what he was saying about why China is gonna be gone in 10 years, it's because they have too many old people and not enough young people to make more Chinese. The same thing is going to be true in Russia in 50 years. The same thing could be true in America in 50 years. I think the thing that's true for black men already. That's why he's not even talking about us. The baby boomers are the biggest piece of the population. For the first time in history, American population is more retirees. All the blacks are old. All the American Negroes are old. How many young American Negroes are left? And what have we trained them to do? And we have Charleston White. We have Charleston White and Little Dirk to finish the job. Think about how evil these people are. We're already extinct. They've already killed us off, Deborah, and now they got Charleston White and Little Dirk to finish the job. Do y'all realize how old some of these rappers are? Why we still listening to Snoop? Snoop is older than me. E40, Ice Cube, all these people older than me. Where are all the young rappers at? Where are the young men at? Where are the young rappers at? Where are the young sports players? Where everybody at? Where the young people at? We've been so mad at each other on this internet since they gave us the internet and social media. We've been so distracted arguing with each other, making them rich with this battle of the sexes, fighting over nothing. Why are we fighting with whores that don't make no sense? Why are you arguing with low frequency men who can't even get a date? Makes no sense. While we've been doing this tomfoolery, we've been genocided. I kept saying this, Buck Rogers. San Francisco just legalized robots with deadly force. They got dogs, cheetahs, and snakes. I didn't know they had a snake. I didn't know they had a cheetah. I seen the dog 2 years ago. I seen the dog with a gun turret in Germany. I didn't know they had the dog in America. I'm talking about a robot dog with a gun turret that works with the police. They've already had it for 2 years in Germany and Iraq, but they just legalized it in San Francisco. There's no blacks in San Francisco. There's no crime in San Francisco. You got homelessness that you need to solve, but why would you need an anatomic dog, cheetah, or snake when we just made a movie about the last black man in San Francisco? It's genocide, you guys. Biden said, and we didn't listen. He said, y'all not ready for what's next. He said, this country is screwed. He said, pretty soon, in the next 10 years, this country will be a minority white country, and you guys are going to have to learn to work with the Mexicans south of the border. Now, what would the minority white men do? Because they have power and intelligence and influence, unlike the black men, right? And they know they're going to be the minority, and they don't want to be like the black men. They don't want to be like the American Negro. They don't want to be genocidal. They don't want to be on the brink of existence, and they don't want to be powerless and feckless in the next iteration of the world in the next 25 years. So it would make sense to me that the white man would make a deal with the Mexican. It would make sense to me that the white man would make a deal with the Latino. They're going to be our number one trade partners. Everybody said China was going to be the next world power. I said here, I thought China would be the next world power because China has the manufacturing today from the Clintons. But what's happening in the video? Oh man, I should show that video. Okay, what's happening going forward is Chinese labor is increasing in price because of COVID and because of the transportation bogged down. So China can't get goods and oil as cheap and as fast as it could before to make goods as cheap as they did. So the Chinese factories went down during COVID, during lockdown. No one maintained them. They're no longer working with the West. We helped them with the factories and the chips and training their employees because we were the biggest consumers. So we worked hand in hand with China. A lot of companies own factories in China and gave the intelligence to Chinese people. So with that no longer cooperation with the West, when a lot of the intelligence and the people to maintain the factories. So now you have a population in China who is not as smart and skilled as the population in Mexico. And quietly, while China was going through its ideology issues, Mexico was built up as the new producer of everything in the world. Now, I remember, think about this, you guys. I remember the announcing of Mercedes-Benz going to Mexico. I remember in the past 20 years, because, you know, I said I'm an old fuddy-duddy. But how many people in the chat remember when they was announcing all these big companies going to Mexico? I didn't really pay no attention to it. But even on your Volkswagen, you know, Volkswagen is the biggest car company in the globe. Volkswagen owns like Rolls. Well, somebody look it up. I looked it up before. Volkswagen owns like BMW, Bentley and Rolls-Royce separated, but it's only two car companies. It's Volkswagen and one other company, and they own everything. And Volkswagen owns everything: Volvo, BMW, Bentley, and they moved to Mexico. Typically, if you own one of these cars in America, it's being built in Mexico. A lot of the Mercedes that people drive in America don't come from overseas. A lot of the Volvos don't come from overseas. The Volkswagens don't come from overseas. A lot of people don't know that. Volkswagen been in Mexico for a long time as far as production. Ever since that Beetle got reproduced and everybody started buying that Beetle again, and that was 20 years ago when that Beetle came back out. That was like 2000, right? When they brought the Beetle back out. Mexico. Mercedes, and it's on the glass. If you ever had a Volkswagen or a BMW or Mercedes-Benz, and on the window, the glass, it says Mexico. Mercedes built the brand new plant in Mississippi. So what is happening is, when I was telling you about the power shift in the globe and how power has been with China because of manufacturing and how Trump helped us with the trade deals, Biden kept those trade deals in place, right? The individual after World War II who had the most power was America, because we was the one who was producing, had the best and most advanced factories and the most intelligent and skilled workers. That's become Mexico. Mexico has the most advanced factories and the most skilled workers. So now when individuals would go to China to get things made, and everybody's going to go to Mexico now because you can get cheaper labor and more skill and better factories. Remember Kanye West said, you don't got the answer, Sway? We need factories. We don't have the factories. Well, China hasn't made new factories in years since they've been making Sanyo. The new factories are in Mexico. The most skilled workers working in those factories are Mexicans. And they are cheaper, better labor. Mexico is going to be a major world power in the next 25 years. And I believe they're working with the country, America, to get set up. And I think it would be smart. It's smart for Mexicans to be doing what they're doing. It's smart for the minority white man to be doing what he's doing. My only thing is, what is black men doing? What is Charleston White? And what are y'all doing? That's my only thing. Pearly, Miss Pearly, things like, that's the only thing. When I be like, share my show, I share my show. I get hated on. I get flagged down. Shout out to Ratchet for letting me on the panel, because I knew I had the best scenario with Takeoff and I'm the only one who's been honest about this YSL. What I said about YSL before I get out of here, what if the district attorney was white? What if the district attorney was a white male? What if the judge was a white male? What if the police officers who lied about the warrant and who entered into young thug Jeffrey Williams' home illegally, obtained those goods illegally, refused to give them back illegally, kept his cell phone and went into it illegally? What if everybody was white? 65 charges, he's only getting 6 charges, and the murder charge is gone because all the lies and the sloppy way they went about doing this, but they're all black people. What if they were white? Would you be upset then? Would Black Lives Matter be concerned about them keeping Sergio Kitchens in jail long enough to make him tell on his friend as if he was a dog or a slave? Everybody could say gun a snitch, but no one's looking at the tactics, the slave dog ass tactics that those black women used against those innocent black men who you let go home after 7 months and you tortured them. He was a multimillionaire with a #1 record when you incarcerated him. You tortured him for 7 months and he was innocent. You're not supposed to be able to do that in America. That's what they do in Mexico. They throw you in jail until you say what you want to say or you sign this piece of paper and then we might let you go home. They do that in Mexico. They're not supposed to do that in America. You got rights. I have a right to bail. I have a right to speedy trial. You're not supposed to be able to coerce me with jail time, turn me into a snitch in front of all my friends and family. I can't make money. I'm scared to go outside. Gunna could kill himself. How would you all feel if these were white people who had made Gunna and compromised Gunna and put him in that position? How would you feel? Knowing that Sergio Kitchens is innocent and was also always innocent, how would you feel if everyone involved were white men? And now everyone is laughing at Sergio, calling him a snitch. Ha, ha. How would you feel if it was white men? Because that's how I see this case. How would you feel if it was white men who were the judge, who was the DA, the investigator, the police officers who lied about the warrant, illegally went to Young Thug's home, who kept Young Thug's cell phone, who kept Young Thug's iPad, who illegally obtained the information? How would you feel if they were white men? How would you feel if it was a white male district attorney who kept Sergio Kitchens' Gunna in prison 7 months, knowing he was innocent, and made him capitulate and made him snitch, and then the whole world laughs at him and he could potentially commit suicide? How would you feel if it was white men who did all of this, who brought 65 illicit RICO charges but only could prove 6? How would you feel if it was white men who said that a record label was a gang when they knew it wasn't a gang, just so they could put 30 black men in jail? How would you feel? No one's asking this because the judge is a black man, the cops are black men, the district attorney is a black woman, the lawyers in the room are black women. No one is asking that. People saying, oh, it's sloppy. It's more than sloppy. They violated these men's constitutional rights. There is no RICO case. How would you feel if these were all white men? If this wasn't Wakanda? T.I., if it wasn't Wakanda? If the black police officers who went in Young Thug's house lied to a black judge, because that's why there's no murder charge. That's why 65 charges got dropped. Because the police officers who went into his house and obtained the case, the entire case was crushed upon the cell phone and the messages all got thrown out because they lied. What if they were white men? And you found out that the white police officers illegally went into Young Thug's home and took his phone, illegally went to his phone, illegally got things out of his phone and built the whole case based on fruit from a poisonous tree. How would you feel if you found out that the district attorney took that information, knowing that those white men were racist and lying, and then lied to Hertz Rent-A-Car about a warrant and illegally obtained information from Hertz, and then presented it in such a way that juxtaposed Jeffrey to be an attempted murder when that was also a lie, on top of a lie. And then a white judge doesn't grant bail, knowing that the police lied, knowing that the district attorney lied. How come they weren't granted bail in hindsight? You can't prove not the murder. You can't prove racketeering. Why did you keep them incarcerated? Why did you violate their rights? We so sick. We so sick as black people. We'd rather point the finger at all these obscure things than to get to the real solution. What's up, Miss V? I see you out there. I'm cooking though. We'd rather talk about, oh, Young Thug is a bad person, or his lyrics, or all these obscure points. He's innocent. YSL is not a gang. He's not committed any racketeering crime. You want to get him for possession for weed? Weed is legal. They just let out that basketball playing girl from a 10-year sentence because weed is legal. Do y'all know what Young Thug is going to court on? Weed and syrup. And Sergio Kitchen said that the weed and the syrup was for distribution, even though Sergio is a millionaire because he works for Jeffrey, and Jeffrey is a multimillionaire who employs Sergio. Why would they need to sell weed or syrup? But that's what Sergio said. So Young Thug is going to trial over possession. Yeah, that's all, possession. But the RICO charge is still there. The racketeering charge is still there. And just like R. Kelly, who did he conspire with? There's no murder. There's no drug sale. To have a RICO, just like R. Kelly, you got to have co-conspirators that did things. But R. Kelly's conspirators were found innocent in New York and Chicago. None of R. Kelly's co-conspirators have been found guilty. So R. Kelly is a one-man RICO. Jeffrey, one-man RICO. This is the King Kong Kung Fu. Only a black man is so dangerous that we have to use a RICO against one man. Do y'all understand what a RICO is? We talked about this so many times. A RICO gives them permission to violate your constitutional rights and treat you like a dog, less than a citizen. And these were innocent men. YSL, for the umpteenth time, is a product and a vehicle of 300 Records, Lyle Cohen, the head of YouTube Music, and Kevin Liles. Remember when it came out that Puffy don't own all of Bad Boy and Puffy don't own all of Revolt? Lyle Cohen and Kevin Liles own YSL. They gave it to Young Thug to market. Young Thug maybe owns a piece. Anybody want to do some real journalism? Did you know Drake is not really signed to Cash Money? He was signed directly to Universal. So who is Sergio actually signed to? Does anybody know? Because Gunna became such a big artist. You can't have him on like a little subsidiary because his budget is too big. So is Gunna a 300 artist distributed by YSL? Is Gunna signed to the parent label? Like Drake was actually signed to the parent label, distributed through Cash Money? When Drake left, that's what happened. He stopped his relationship with Cash Money and he went on with a one-on-one relationship with the parent label he was already signed with. I said, Gunna didn't snitch. Gunna quit. Gunna quit. I quit. I'm not your day one. I'm not your best friend. We had a business relationship. I came to you because you were hot as Jeffrey Young Thug and you could get my music out. I'm still an artist. I can go with another label. I quit. Or even more, you're fired. Because you were only acting as my management. I'm signed to the parent label. I have YSL management. Just like Rock Nation managed Meg Thee Stallion, but she signed to a different record label. Who is Sergio Kitchens actually signed to in his record contract? That's some good investigative reporting for people to actually do instead of all of the things they've been talking about. Shakira said, "You gave me the worst version of you. Sorry, baby, it's been a while since I should have booted this cat. A she-wolf like me isn't for rookies. A she-wolf like me isn't for guys like you. I was out of your league. That's why you're with someone just like you. This is for you to be mortified, to chew and swallow, swallow and chew. I won't get back with you, not if you cry, not even if you beg me. It's clear it's not my fault if they criticize you. I only make music. Sorry it splashes you. You left me with your mom as a neighbor to press at the door, and the treasury thought you would hurt me, but you made me stronger. Women no longer cry. Women get paid. She's got the name of a good person, clearly. It's not how it sounds, huh? The tax evasion is not how it sounds. She's got the name of a good person, clearly. She's just like you. For guys like you, I was out of your league. That's why you're with some." Is it repeating? Don't come back here. Trust me, no hard feelings, baby. I wish you the best with your so-called replacement. I don't even know what happened. You're acting so weird. I don't even recognize you. I'm worth two 22-year-olds. You traded a Ferrari for a Twingo, a Rolex for a Casio. You're all worked up. Slow down. So much time in the gym, but maybe work out your brain a bit. What? I feel like a hostage here. Oh, that's it, y'all. That's it, y'all. That's it. I feel like a hostage here. Oh, man, she's trapped in the closet. She's trapped in the closet. I feel like a hostage here. Did the same person who wrote Plan B? I mean, this is the same lawyers for Meg Thee Stallion. It's the same Meg Thee Stallion. I feel like a hostage. So now, if she could say she was a hostage, then, I couldn't go to my house in the Bahamas, right? This is all about the jail time. And Meg Thee Stallion should be in jail. A she-wolf like me isn't for guys like you. Man, yeah, it's a trip. Y'all hear that? All right. We're going to get out of here. I had a good time. We be at the house party with bad bitches. We be at the house party with bad bitches and sad bitches, mad bitches, and mad bitches, and mad at us. Fuck with us. Bitch, nobody could fuck with us. Fuck shit up. 5.0, we about to fuck shit up. We be at the house party with bad bitches. And sad bitches. Fuck with us. The fuck with us. Fuck shit up. Fuck shit up. Alright. Two. Oh, play for me. Oh, last team. I'll be at the house party. The mad bitches.
They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and baby bout to fuck. She said she like me cause I'm chillin'. When we fuck, I give her chills. See my family in the casket and that shit still give me chills. For real. Girl, you know these scars ain't never heal. For real. Girl, you know that love will get you killed. Yeah. My double cup told me to lean on it. Yeah. Fell in love with bucks just to be honest. Yeah. Never used to see me till I started double seeing. Took me for a joke, but now they on my page and creeping. But it's cool, cause all my girls, they thuggin' too. She shaking ass, I tell her, go and fuck it up, boo. She said she wanna be my what? You buggin', boo. Oh, girl, you buggin', boo. Oh, she said she from Vancouver, that bitch toxic. So I'm gon' cancel that bitch too, but she could walk it. Don't want no girl who mine broke, I need that profit. I never said you mine, girl, let's be honest. I got a trip and she be saying I got other hoes. She want cute shit, taking pictures, hashtag couple goals. And I'm in the booth, boy, let's say we got another one. And I'm with the baddies, don't like these, we got some other ones. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, bad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and baby bout to fuck shit up. Sign to the streets, no love left in me. Fake love, what I see. I be at the house party with bad bitches and savages, bad bitches and sad bitches. They mad at us, fuck with us. Girl, nobody could fuck with us, fuck shit up. Me and baby bout to fuck shit up.
Ain't she something? Sundress on with her hair in a braid. Something special. Our connection's more physical. Level one, spiritual. And that's just how my heart is one. Just let my love fall, and love will fall on you. I feel like I got one that I can show mama. You do. She be counting that 12-inch roll, and we still be into deep. I don't know wrong for, baby, just spread and receive my love. I can spend a day out if you want. I can take you places you wanna come. I can spend all day until you're down. Cause for you I got time. We ain't gotta ever see the sun. Got everything to turn you on. We can go all day until you're down. Cause for you I got time. I'm in the mood, I need your love. Come a little closer, baby. She be sending pictures to my phone. Not the one she posted in her phone. Now we get nasty in my home. Comfortable like panties and no bra. She be getting mad when I take too long. But I gotta let you miss it. Just right more. Give you a push, be on the safe side. You know I'll be performing, I don't have stage fright. I keep you headed for me, for you in the morning. Breaking backs, bed, just how you want it. Let me get off the phone, swerving lanes like a pro. Open door, nothing on, neighbors peek, give up a shot. Yeah, I'm nasty like that. Just how you like it, don't bad. I can spend all day out if you want. I can take you places you wanna come. I can spend all day until you're down. Cause for you I got time. We ain't gotta ever see the sun. Got everything to turn you on. We can go all day until you down. For you, I got time. I can spend all day down if you want. I can take you places wanna come. I can spend all day until you down. For you, I got time. We ain't gotta ever see the sun. Got everything to turn you on. We can go all day until you down. For you, I got time. You ready? Turn the lights on. I can take you places. Make it last long.
We're in the final.
Baby, you gotta stop fucking with these basic hoes. They care more about a picture than they do the show. Come and lay and shine, my garden. I know that the love I got is pineapple cognac. Squash in the morning, I'm on that. Baby, eat the food like you vegan. I got a lot of love for the weekend. I've got pineapple cognac. Squats in the morning, I'm on that. Baby, eat the food like you vegan. I got a lot of love for the weekend. You gotta stop messing with these basic hoes. Hey, don't elevate your mind, they vibrating low. Baby, you wanna try them all, get a buffet. You want a bad bitch, get a puppy. I give you peace of mind, that's my forte. I give you peace of mind, that's my forte. I got pineapple cognac, yoga and squats in the morning. Baby, eat the food like you vegan. I got a lot of love for the weekend. I've got pineapple cognac, yoga and squats in the morning. Baby, eat the fruit like you vegan. I got a lot of love for the weekend. Eat the fruit like you vegan. I got a lot of love for the weekend.
Guitar will be box 2 number 7.
So, guitar box who?
2 number 7.
Okay. Just pull down the guitar mic. All right. So what level? Box 27.
Yes.
Cool. Back in there.
Yeah. We get that looped.
Come on over, oh, come on, baby, come on over, oh, come on over, baby, when I know too much about you, yeah, just a little too much. information about you, but I know too much about you. You get so scared and you walk away. I guess I had no control. When I close my eyes, and I feel so close to heaven. When I close my eyes, and I feel so close to heaven. Shut the world out so I can cleanse my energy. Oh, shut the world out so I can cleanse my energy. Ooh, I feel so good. And I feel so alright.
Okay, we do it again. Okay, let's hear that back. I got this out of the way.
She think I'm hiding something buried on the way. Back then, like the feds, I'll be the case. Ain't no telling, girl, I take it to the grave. Take it to the grave. Left me out of sight. I think God is trying to test me. Just bless me. Yeah. My Apollonia left me. She went out of sight. I think he's trying to test me. Bless me. Take it to the grave. 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 Ain't no telling, girl, I'll take it to the grave. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. She think I'm hiding something buried on the way. Acting like the feds, I beat the case. Ain't no telling, girl, I take it to the grave. Take it to the grave. Left me out of sight. I think God is trying to test me. Just bless me. Yeah. My Apollonia left me. She went out of sight. I think he's trying to test me. Bless me. Take it to the grave. 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 Ain't no telling, girl, I take it to the grave. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
Ooh, I just want to listen back to it right quick.